run one and Molotov on the beat. Flip tricks. Open your eyes when you're on those streets. Check it, yeah. One. Yo, I sit back, I think about life as I kick back. The negative impact of living in the sickness. I reach the limelight but slip back like records on a slip mat. Beckon by my syntax to flip raps. Your clicks likes with impacts from bimbos to idiots.
Yo.
String of pros for nothing. So, I'm running with my door closed. Hitting big rats or cat scrap through my bin bags. Catting for my sort code. The little slow with no speed. I thought they had the long arm but half the time it don't seem to reach to the street. The Rodney man or Del boy, Cockney man or jail boy. Out on the street just to eat, they try to nail boys. These beats destroy lives. It's deep for the poor guy, caught by the eye. You're the raw guy, you torchlight. Many man are bored up, plotting on their porch side. What a sight for my sore eyes, regardless. Picked out like they're harmless. Targets, like a kid getting cool, 4 eyes. Yo, just cause he wore glasses. Yo, picked out like a harmless target. Like a kid getting cool, 4 eyes. Yo, just cause he wore glasses. Yo, I'll move on regardless. Yo, check. So open your eyes if you're on the roadside. See the yellow sign. That's a beaten robbery or the loss of a fellow life. A fellow life, a fellow life. Yeah. Yo, I live my life madly. I start my second verse with a quote from the one and only Gandhi. So listen live. An eye for an eye will leave the whole world blind. So you cry blood as your soul leaves for the sky. With broken screams, I hear you cry. The facts are glaring if you're staring. Youth man are poisoned by their weak parents who never taught about caring, never taught about sharing. They brought up in a vicious circle what the city here is bearing. Malicious thoughts are scaring. Wilders murderers murdering at murderous rates. With the burglars hurdle the gates, the dirty estates and burgle the place. Determined for pace, they'll go berserk in your face or murking your mates and burning the eighth. With latex stuff they'll turn the lock on the safe and escape with the papes. Clocking for trace, leaving nothing to trace and then pop to their place and fill their nostrils with haze. From hostels to caves, the coke is nostrils a slave until it decays away from hitting a sniff day to the day. And then there's the profitable phrase, you'll be shutting the seas to the ace and the beach to the states. Evil man are creeping at snakes, deceiving their mates. Some seem destined by fate to be rushing with hate, but I'm not cussing these braids. I'm just discussing the states of Southern London over 1-1's hip-hop braids. So open your eyes if you're on the roadside. See the yellow sign. That's a beaten robbery or the loss of a fellow life. A fellow life, a fellow life, yeah. So open your eyes if you're on the roadside. See the yellow sign. That's a beaten robbery or the loss of a fellow life. A fellow life, a fellow life, yeah. Yes. Big tricks. Big up Molotov. Big up 1-1. Big up GW family. And everyone else out there in the UK scene making the music. Yeah. Believe, get the check one. 2006. One. Our flow was on red list with cannibalistic texts. The money was never get dead quick. Damage you get your head split before you get to exit and step to your bed sit. Connected, live life, see night skies and then reflect it. Set high fives and give respect, kid. I live life high, but don't regret this. World gets spice and get reflective. I live down south and that's a rep this. Word of mouth collective, churning out the best bits. You know we back to wreck this. The underground is hectic. I'm hot when I blaze this. Get lost in my matrix. A jack in the box paces, cause your rapping is not blazing. You'll flop like you're wasted. Lyrical stars amaze ya. A million miles on scar before I slash you off my radar. Profitable like the man who sells the gangster made the paper. Strangled by the haters. Hot just like crops when they're chopped in Jamaica. Not block and stop, then I lock out the fakers. Rap, you got my faith, yeah. Love you like a savior. Straight till we win, I take you under my wing. I'm glad you done no sun that the summer is bling. And like fucked up lips, cause I'm running round rings. This is something I bring within the purpose. If man create nothing in life, your life is worthless. Are you happy with your life if you die tomorrow? Take pride in your life and the light will follow. In these times of sorrow, it's like I'm hopping on a path and I'm lost in the sleepy hollow. Are you happy with your life if you die tomorrow? Take pride in your life and the light will follow. In these times of sorrow, it's like I'm hopping on a path and I'm lost in the sleepy hollow. Believing like a service, a sermon of words since you burn this and take it in turn to mark it. But with the words only permits, I peaked in my verses, dropped in any background, put the sound, shatter cloud. So you better gather round, dashing down your back I frown. Rapping is the skill I found, and nothing like the English pound. I'm profound with no doubt in the bigger mother. Living in the city, pictured every second by a bigger brother. I got a hurt side, disturbed minds, words fly, I burn ties. Hurt lies immersed in the third eye. So I give birth to the verse when I murk nights. I hurt guys, a hurdle in the turnpikes. You see I make the dirt fly. Wood gets dispersed like a tree with a termite. Hurt by your girl's lies, you'll be from where the hurt lies. Boss like a school kid in turn time. Ruling the moose, spill a zoo cause it's herb time. Time to make the birds fly, cause every time I drop a burst blood, yeah you know I got my words tied. Are you happy with your life if you die tomorrow? Take pride in your life and the light will follow. In these times of sorrow, it's like I'm walking on a path and I'm lost in the sleepy hollow. Are you happy with your life if you die tomorrow? Take pride in your life and the light will follow. In these times of sorrow, it's like I'm bopping on a path and I'm lost in the sleepy hollow. We got the alphabet bandits, yeah, flip tricks, about to wreck this. Big up Run One, big up Renegade Artistry, yeah, UK represent, bless.
Twist the rap game, cause the game will twist you, then I'll twist your neck in a headlock and tell you my name ain't Twister. I grin when I'm hacked, I frown when I'm down, living in gully town in sports. I'm the one hustling outside of the ground from a store, supplying hooligans tools for their street brawls. Then I take the mic out the holster and I RIP fools. When I stand at the head of a band of man handing a bandage, eagle has landed, Babylon's lost like Atlantis. I've took the gauntlet, man ain't bait, I don't floor shit. Cold when I spit, even these top rappers get haunted. And I'm wilding out, living a madness like hermitage, just me and my brain in the cave, staying away from the badness. Afraid if I hurt braids in certain ways, I stay in my gaze, avoiding the sick rays that leads men to the grave of the cage. Freemasonic legacies burning the devil's flame, but all your efforts are weak, you'll never cut the lion's mane.
Yo, I flip tricks like witch doctor, switch it up a octave when I rip it proper. Sick like chopper, live to offer, opposite of locksmiths, cutting up your shit to rob ya. Double cuts, they gonna snuff you done and dusted till the feds clock and fuck bruv, you're busted. In these cold days, it's hard to tell who to trust and who the hell to tell to hit the dust, bitch. I said I never touch A's, but blood I slipped up, that shit sucks. Never need to quit, cause in my mind I quit before the hit struck. So it's just same shit on different days. I hit the blaze and spit away. Pink sky illuminates the heart of our illustrate. Star show to illustrate, we're living in the biggest maze. I'll kill a brave, I spit in graves. Living in these twisted days, I'm pissed like I miss my train, but die like a night in vain. Fighting for my right of way, you're mad, this may I'll slice the vein and light the pain. Find the flame, ignite the flame, and night the flame, I'll rise again.
I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision.
It's all no boy, remorse I show no boy. I slap your mum fam for trying to run up on me and my niggas, that's the dumb plan. You're gonna receive a one bang. I'm light skinned but still get darker than the darkest African, with the suntan standing in the room with the lights off. You're quite soft. Why you think when you're reaching out your hand they're turning the mic off? I should knock you down like a skittle. You don't spit, you dribble. You're a rap version of a cripple. You should get a wheelchair for your mouth, fam, and a disabled stand to stick in the front of your house, man. Oh, no, sick of MCs thinking they're fresh. I should up and wrap the face and wire mesh, release the stress when I pull it back. Oh, exclamation mark, hello, you know me, we're about to blow. See, we smoke weed and release it, not eat it. Get the mass and increase it, flip it, rip it to pieces, repeat it, be seated.
Pass the herbs before I spit a verse that turns to fire, burning up the bad-minded entire empire. Send fire to a pretend liar and envier. Your girlfriend's bed, tell them I never get too close. We're fresh like Lucas A glucose. Man, I maneuver like two ghosts. In and out of the scene with a murky mic team. You couldn't see me with high beam. Light in a bag of that Thai green. Open your eyes and breathe. I'm like, please, I'm spitting at infinity degrees. MCs be easy peasy like lemon squeeze. Your style's limited, it's tragic while my man develop magic ways to damage the systematic system. Mine stays ever blessed. Peace to my peeps, repping peace and togetherness. Hands together for the best rhyme spitter to touch the mic. Make incredible feats seem effortless.
I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision. Drop it in ways that you never dreamed possible. I'm ill in ways you can't vision.
Disposition with the street intuition. Guide in my archive, street sides echo like chants in a past life. 4 times rather than porn from a horse eye. Man's knocked door to door, slave of the porch side. Multi-story car parks, assault fights and dark carts and night rounds who can't heart. Name brands are marked fast as the lullaby lines line the sky like the do or die suicides. Confused on the sideline, I write rhymes and keep spitting. Never giving in, living in a city full of hurt lights and pessimists where I shine bright like the fire where my cannabis burn. In search of the exorcist dispersing the curse of the worst is the terrorist. I yearn for the optimist. Hops got you time like the child of apocalypse. Reside on the slide but lie down where the possum live. Live for the lost but blocked down by the crucifix. Frosted in my noggin thinking possibly it's got to give. But these mans roll round town hot but they're opposite like Asterix and Obelix. Heads clock my scripts when I drop ish. Lock stock on 2 smoking barrels as I rock this. Top this blood you must be lost like the beast of the Loch Ness. South is the darkest, my mouthpiece, my harness to guide me through the dark times like my spliff when I spark it. What's the darkest? The southeast. What's my harness? My mouthpiece. To guide me through the dark times like my spliff when I spark it. I move on regardless, yeah. Yo, I move on regardless.
Hey yo, this be the pantomime, Mr. Buck the Phantom with the banter lines, dragging on the ganja high, gagging with the geese, fucking Santa's wife, hacker with the beast, rocking in the keep, the rugged log never sleep, busting beats on the boards, the warlord worn towards the gamma force, like David Banner slamming with the grubby paws. This be warlord galore, grab the bull by the horn, straight World War 4, raw gore, bore your jaw, floor you with the C4, double gaffer tape, straight jacket strapped up, detonation back, it's the manic magic overload, double dose TV show, rolled by Mr. Buck the unknown host, goes flow while I boast a new rope, rhyme book in the holster, soldier in arms, arm to the teeth, palm scarred by the beef, left to bleed, but now on my leave.
South is the darkest, my mouthpiece, my harness to guide me through the dark times like my spliff when I spark it. What's the darkest?
The southeast.
What's my harness?
My mouthpiece.
To guide me through the dark times like my spliff when I spark it. I move on regardless, yeah. Yo, I move on regardless. Life it ain't simple, striding the plains as my pocket change jingles. I stay in the game till I'm old, grey and wrinkled. Faith never jaded like JFK on the day he was taken. Making my statement, hating the majors, I'm blazing the grade. I'm a slave to the nation, stay by my mates till my grave gets laid in. And I shed a little tear for the kids who have lost mum, shed a little tear for the fathers who lost sons. In darkest of times, blood I bask in the hot sun. When I'm bunning on a fat one, put holes on the massacre. Too many lost souls with no homes in Africa. Politicians, amateurs, they're stashing all the cash and they can jam around the Jaguars. Put me me on the stand and then I'm switching up the caliber. Understand the challenge, you dabble with dapper rappers in my manner, then I'll damage ya. Brother, damage you with swords and the thoughts of Excalibur. I torture the ministers in war, top perimeters is war in the villages that walk till I finish this. On a course
Welcome to GLL BrawlFest. Week 3, it's the very first game. I'm Galway. We are on a Wranglers. We do see a Western plane coming from Stalba over Prim. And we've also seen there are 3 teams here in Yazzie. Already, we've got Aftermind, Captain Planet, and I believe it is Auxiliaries who are actually in Yaznaya already. So we might see a bit of early action here as teams try to take this off each other nice and early. We'll be a bit spicy, as we do see the boys in Anxious taking Stalba, Kameshki, and a Frowny Biscuit is just going to loot these northside compounds above Stalba. The Electricity boys have taken Severny as usual, with just the 1 in shooting range to kind of even out that loot a bit. Should get fairly kitted in shooting range. He'll come out of there with it at least 300 5.5 if he does pick up a 5.5 gun. As we see Riot have taken North George. The boys in Acqui are doing a South George. New Genesis are going to do their normal compound split along the south side of South George. They take Hospital. They take these buildings on the south side of that actual road of South George. And then Foster is actually just going to compound loot around. As the circle is a hard western circle, so Foster may be looking to move out early. But we do see Taylor rotating here in Ruins. Probably going to try and pick up... It's actually B2 rotating near Taylor. As the boys in Crimson Gaming got Carrot Fuel, Sleepy AU, Epiphanic and Pulse. Actually just gonna also spot loot. As Ravage are super split here. They got the 2 in Gatkar. They got the 1 over here in Shelter. And then 1 over here compound looting. So not sure if that's a planned split drop that they are doing. But it has worked out because they do have the 2 already here in Gatkar. Which is going to make their early game choices a lot easier where they want to go. As boys in Aftermind are starting to work awfully close to Auxiliaries. It is Sar. He does have the Scar. He is a little bit away from the rest of his team. But the Auxiliaries boys do have 2 split. They have the 2 up in the apps on the north side of Yazzie and 2 on in the apps in the south side. So if the Aftermind boys did decide to group as 4 and push them out, it's very easy. It's a Stenner. Takes some shots for his trouble off Mantix. Gets put down to about 34 health. He's going to use his first aid kit. We'll put him back up to 75 and he probably will pop a booster ASAP as Sar takes some shots back. None actually connecting. Just letting them know that, hey, I see you. I see you taking shots at my boy. Sleepy AU is actually looking like he was going to go for a crate, but steal from Accelerate Gaming. He's already on it. He's already taken it. He's an M249, full level 3. But he's going to get out of that for free. Nice early pick up for the boys in Accelerate. And he will also secure this little compound here up on the top of the ridge next to Swamp. So it is a nice little power position actually. I do like playing from here. So beautiful spot that he has taken early for his team. They are nearby in South George. So I know that is actually Acqui, sorry. But the rest of his team are in Ruins. And Tiganak is actually going to loot Oyster and Penis compound. As we see the Justice boys. They are a 3-man. They are doing school app split. Dead center in the center of the map. Makes it very easy to rotate. We are missing a team tonight. I'm not sure who didn't actually come, but we're definitely missing a team. And with Justice playing with the 3 as well, that will give us the 5 players who are currently missing. Does look like Savsy. Hogs out. Actually gets the knock on to Crank That. Beautiful headshot. Takes him down. Crank That should be able to get res as the smoke does come out. The rest of the Aftermind boys are very close. So plenty of smoke. Oh, as an nade comes out. He's going to fall just a little bit short. So Hastena's just going to be able to get that res. What was Bonks out? Might have failed his molly there, and it's hit him for 50 health. I believe he did fail his molly. Not how you want to start your night. Did get the nice knock onto Crank That though. He does have no first aid kits. He's only got the 12 bandages. It's not what you want, losing your very little meds that you do have already. Questionable decision as boys in Captain Planet actually rotating away from Yazzie, deciding it's not worth a fight, let's just get into the zone early, get away from this. Crank pops the painty, we'll be able to get back up to full health. It's not looking good though on the med front for the boys here. Only 10 bandages on Hastena, 20 on Shroomfox and the 1 first aid. As Sa has 4 first aids, he's the loot goblin. He's got them all. He's taken everything. It's actually going to be very hard for these boys to rotate out of here. Not sure how many vehicles are around, but there's a Dacia over there, which dare say they probably have spotted. They do have a buggy there as well. But other than that, there's actually nothing in Yasnaya. Perhaps the Harsborn, but that was probably taken by the boys in Captain Planet, so bit of a yikes rotation. But Twerkerfish does have a Dacia. You just don't want to put 4 people into one car. The Sa gets a knock onto Mr. Jaws with the car 9 8 times. Beautiful shot there by Sa. Has taken his helmet off. It's going to make it a bit of a yikes here. Does spot Mantis as well. Takes a shot, not actually connecting. Bongsao is nice and close though. He is able to back them up. Twerkerfish is actually rotating all the way around. Likely is going to try and come in on this backside app here, so the rest of auxiliaries can just choose to rotate away and come through, get in the vehicle and dip away as the blue is actually coming in. It is going to be on them in probably about 30 seconds or so. So they definitely need to make a move. Plenty of shots going out here by the Electricity Boys onto Captain Planet. Lots of cars driving around, not doing a whole lot. Zidon may have spotted Daralini. Just up on that Everest hill. Daralini doing a bit of a yikes job on the driving here. And it does look like the rest of these boys have got away. They will be able to just rotate away. No one actually dying, so no harm, no foul. Just losing a bit of meds, a bit of utility. Going to slow down their rotation a little bit. Center of this circle is already looking super congested. Electricity taking more shots onto Captain Planet. I don't want to let them get away for free here. Foster takes down Huzzy and Daralini. They just drove through about 3 or 4 separate teams there as Nikos gets a knock onto Hustler as well. Foster actually gets the knock onto Nikos though, and Red comes off his bike, and that is Captain Planet out in last. That is an absolute yikes start for the boys. More shots going out, actually landing very close to Nikos. They are tagging him up as well. He might actually go down for this. Player 4 gets the knock onto Savzi. I'm going to try and stick this res here. It's very risky. Shots going through. Spaggy takes down Nikos. Dennis doesn't get the res onto Savzi. These are some very long shots from up here. Very, very long shots. straight, so you can see where they are. God, these are so close as the smokes do start to fade. Fury running out of bullets here. He's only got... He actually has none left. Oh, as the tags land on one of the boys in electricity there. Not sure who that is. It might be Assassin. It is Assassin. He's down on 20 health. So he's super low. Circle has come in and it is pretty north of central over Gatka. See the immunity boys are just going to crash Gatka here. They will get Gatka for free. It does look like Ravage actually moved away from Gatka and rotated to these double reds out in the middle of the field. Not quite sure if that was the right call to make, but they have just made the call and B2 gets the knock onto the K. Tchaikovsky with the knock onto Gilsey as well. B2 will actually execute to K. Tchaikovsky getting the Exy onto Gilsey too. Using a lot of players here, nice and early. Been some early aggression. Love to see it. Boys in Ravage are just gonna group up together in these reds, out in the middle of the fields. It is a bit of a yikes. You need bikes if you are going to take these reds so that you can actually put them inside so you don't lose your vehicles, because if you leave them out, you're shot from almost every angle and people are just going to take the tyres out and trap you here for your next rotations, as they have taken the tyres out on that vehicle. This one is safe, but if someone takes that mushroom, which it does look like Paradox are actually taking it, they can take those tyres out potentially if they do have the scopes to see it. Looks like Anchor's rotating through a firing squad here. The crossfire has been set up by Acqui. It's Atonis, he's about to drive straight through it. It's Carrot, just another one. Ray goes out, a couple of shots landing. He's going to put Atonis down to about half health. 3 seconds until this zone starts coming in, so it is going to start moving, start forcing everyone a bit closer. Spaghetti has been knocked as well. Not quite sure where Spaghetti is, but he is being rezzed. Carrotfield actually looking like he's trying to push in here. They are on the yellows up. A single yellow in the field here. It actually looked like the one team because the reds are both. Progdog takes down Carrotfield. Beautiful shot set by Progdog. Might be looking to try and get the res off here. Pulse probably going to be able to get the res onto Carrotfield. He is wasting a bit of time by holding this angle here. I personally think he should be trying to get the res off. Just wasted a lot of time, and now he's just made it a 1v2 by not actually going for that res. He knows that there was one down in there, so he should have gone for the res straight away. The nade does come out by Spaghetti. He's actually going to hit. It's going to put him down to about 27 health. Progdog pops around, gets the spray, gets the execute onto Carrotfield. Tiganak comes in and third parties that, takes down Pulse. That is not what you want. Progdog might actually be able to steal this kill as well. Very, very, very questionable play there by Pulse. He should have gone straight for that res. He knew that Spaghetti was down in there, or one of these players was down inside, so the play was most definitely to go for the res onto his teammate, which then makes it the 2v2 instead of the 1v2. Very, very silly. Will cost both of them their lives by not actually going for that res. He just really ruined their chances there. About 25 seconds until this zone does actually pop. Spaghetti does get the kill onto Pulse as well. So they now have this compound for free. Hawks Can Fly is a mile away by himself though. He's not tradable. very big split. It's a bit of a greedy split. They're not really giving themselves much room to work with because if it does feed north, that's more than likely going to be in as it is in. So they're not in. They have to move to Hawks. It's not the greatest position to actually move to. It's a bit of a central circle. Does prioritize a little bit north and a little bit east. It's still fairly central. We've seen a lot of central zones these past couple of nights actually. As Tiganac and B2 are actually going to look to rotate and group up on Taylor and Steele, who are in the yellows to the west of Gatka. Aftermind boys taking some shots at Paradox. They are 4 up. I'm not sure where the other 2 are. Excuse me. The other 2 are actually on the mushroom. So again, a very big split. They were praying that someone did get the zone, and Asper and Reb do get the zone there as maybe the team immunity boys taking shot at New Genesis. Beautiful shot there by Cozzy. Gets the knock onto Garfield and Foster. Beautiful shots. As Kasun gets the execution. Cozzy gets the execution onto Garfield. That's 2 down for New Gen. Beautiful shots by Cozzy. Just absolutely mincing those boys as they hopped off that bike. A lot of teams on this western side. This eastern side is so free. There's so many compounds here that are actually playable, but no one in them. So it's very interesting as Tchaikovsky taking shots at ground zero as they rode past. Orange Pearl getting the knock and execution onto a Tonus. I'm not sure where Orange Pearl is. He's a mile away from his team actually. But he will take one down and rotate away as Ground Zero boys actually making a very big wrap away around that north side of the circle. They're just going to come up onto Everest. There is the two from Justice on Everest. Spaggy by himself. Again, a very aggressive split here. Being the one in this compound, they are able to see and back him up a little, but it does make the breach a little bit easier. As Extricity have pulled up on where Hawks is holding. He's here by himself. Can Savsy get the knock? He is on the roof though. Fury takes down Big Jumbi. Big Jumbi died. Killed by player though. Tchaikovsky takes down Hob the Hobro. It's New Genesis out in 14th. They know he's got to be around here somewhere. Hawks is just holding upstairs. It's a very dirty angle actually. I'd love to see this pay off because this is a very, very dirty angle. Gonna drop some nades down, pray that he gets a knock as he actually falls off. Given away that he's here now. They know he's here, they've heard the footsteps. He has to 1v3. He might have just spotted Zydon in his left there. Shots going out by the Acqui boys onto Zydon, puts him down to about 10 health. About 30 seconds until this zone does come in. It's Riot looking to try and rotate onto this as D gets a knock onto the ground. Savsy peeks that corner, takes down Hawks Can Fly with a beautiful headshot. It's Hawks out. No longer has control of this compound, so Riot can not rotate in on him. Riot takes a shot at Frogdog. Looked like he got a tire, but he definitely didn't. Strakovsky lands some tags back onto. Ah, beautiful spray by Zydon. Takes Progdog up, out with the vehicle explosion. So it has fed north, and this compound is free. Both of these compounds are free, actually, which is very surprising. Munti has spotted Spaghetti. He is by himself. He's the last alive for Riot. Brownie will actually go down to the zone. You see the Justice boys actually taking some long shots and third-partying this fight here. Kazi Kasun, Neff, and Sweet Soul do make that early move to that compound, which I'm so surprised was free. Zydon takes out Bubbles. Massive shots there by Zydon. Again, this western side is super congested as Rhiannon's actually gone down to the zone. Janky has 4 first aid kits, so he will be able to med up and try and find his way in, but Auxiliaries holding up here in this Defi. They are actually going to All jump into the one car. Try and rotate in somewhere. More than likely going to play that ridge down here. Unless they have scoped out this compound and know that it's free. And they do actually take the compound. So, this is push there. CPAU takes down Shikoski, sorry. Mantic takes down... Epiftic takes down Mantic. Dooley. Does manage to get them a car as Bubbles with the nade onto I Love Spaghetti. Takes Riot out in 13th. Shot kicked by the other one, boys. Trying to get the knocks on ankles as they rotate through. No shots landing. Not enough lead on those shots there. See, this fight up north is still continuing. There is 3 separate teams fighting here. Player 4 has been trapped down on a wide little angle here. He has the M16 suppressed, so they might not be able to exactly pinpoint where he is taking these shots. He's going to make it a little bit hard. I'm honestly astounded that Immunity got this center compound for free. I can't believe that was unplayed as player 4 gets a knock onto Bubbles. Sleepy AU takes down Janky. That is Acqui out in 12th. Player 4 does get the execute onto Bubbles. Ground 0 need to try and rotate away from this. It is only Orange Pearl left. He's just gonna. He's in the prone. In the zone prone. In the prone zone. Sa takes down Kozzy with a nice headshot with that Kar 98. That is a long shot there by Sa. Very nice shot. About 300 meters. We'll take down Kozzy. Easy res though. He's in the compound with the rest of his boys. 40 seconds until this zone does come in. Plenty of teams kind of playing the edge here. It's Shadrock, the boys in Ravage. It's crawling into Gakka. Gakka's actually free, so playing this super passive when he doesn't really need to be. B2 gets the knock on the Consta with a mini 4 times. A beautiful knock. I'm honestly not sure why they're crawling. Grass doesn't even render in at that distance, so they're just going to be making themselves very easy targets. You need to just run. Shots landing onto Ez, puts him down to about half health. Plenty of shots going out now. Mr. Clay makes the run. B2 takes him down. Beautiful headshot there by B2. Gets the bleed out on Constra as well. That's 2 down for Ravage. It's just the 1 up, I believe. Shadrock and Ev, I'm very, very surprised that they crawled that. That's incredibly silly. Your best chances are to try and run that smoke screen and run. Instead they're crawling. Bit of a yikes. Because it has shifted northeast up onto Everett. This is going to be a very ugly last zone. B2 finally takes down Shadrock. That is Ravage out in 11th. With one of the more questionable plays I've seen, trying to crawl across an open field in a circle that big. Grass doesn't render at 200, so sadly does get the knock onto Red, but Paradox have pulled up on this fight. D does get the knock back onto Sadly, and Twerkerfish actually steals the kill as auxiliaries come in and third parties this fight. Twerkerfish takes down D. Zidon has pulled up on this fight as well. So it is just the 2 left for Electricity. Beautiful shot by Bombs takes down Assassin. It's all up to Zidon here. What can he do? It is a full squad. Bombs turns around, takes some shots at Sleep as he tries to make his way through that open field. Should be prioritizing the fight in front, in my opinion, but he does get the knock onto Sleepy. Jaws will execute. Zidon actually getting the smokes out. No nades for Bong South, so he can't get that nade execute as Headcracker takes down Steel. Neferhor takes some shots, put Headcracker onto 1 health. They do have the 4 up for immunity in this compound. They can just gatekeep all these teams who are trying to come in on the south. Invis has managed to sneak his way in. Again, grass not rendering at this distance, so if Aftermind do look down, he will be a very easy target, as absolutely everyone is up here on this northwestern side of the circle. See Justice up on Everest, just taking shots down at everyone here. Fury AU takes down Mad Panda. We'll get the execute. Burkerfish finally gets that kill onto a Pivnik. That's Crimson Gaming gone in 10th. Justice have so much info to play from up here. It does actually shift back south though, so it is going to force them off this mountain. Spray goes out. Sweet Soul spots Headcracker. Lands a nice tag on him, but Tiganak actually gets the nade knock onto Headcracker. Invis is a mile away. He cannot trade that. Neverhor takes him down, steals that kill. Takes down Invis. So he has been caught out. They did actually manage to turn around and spot him, probably proning. And take down Anxious in 9th. Again, very questionable, the crawling. Sweet Soul taking shots onto the boys in auxiliaries. They still are in this compound. It is the only hardcover left in the zone besides this shack, because he takes down Mr. Jaws. Sweet Soul taking shots through that smoke, trying to get that execute. The smokes immediately come out from the rest of the auxiliary boys, hoping to get that res as Cozzy gets another knock. Neverhor with the knock on the Tiganak. Boys in immunity are starting to put in the work, to put down the damage. Assassin comes in and third parties that fight as well as Paradox. It is a fourth party there and takes down auxiliaries in 8th. Player 4 takes down Extricity all by himself. Extricity gone in 7th. Justice do have to try and make their way off this hill. Orange Pearl getting shot at by all of Justice, and player 4 will get the execute. Ground 0 gone in 6th. 5 teams, 15 alive. Zone is moving in, so it will be phase 7. So 2 phases left after this. This zone does pop. Baggy with the 3 bullets. Not much to play with here. Aftermind have spotted them trying to make their way down. Spaggy. Oh no! He's hit Fury AU with the vehicle as they try to rotate down. B2 and the boys in accelerate, stand up, take some shots as Reb gets the knock onto player 4. Takes that kill onto Fury as Neverhor takes down Reb. Asba kills the rest of Justice. And is Justice out in 5th. So again has shifted onto this compound. Immunity being blessed here. They took that, I think it was 3rd zone they took that compound. And from there on it has just shifted onto them. It's just Asba left for Paradox. He's just going to rank tank his way. Don't see him getting much here, as it does look like Aftermind do have to rotate straight at him. Accelerator got to try and make their way into the zone somehow. That ridge, there is not a whole lot to play from. If they can maybe smoke and get inside this, that probably their only play here, to smoke that off and try and get in. I'm not sure if they have any utility. Taylor does have 3 smokes, so the play is definitely... You don't even have to smoke on the actual the public toilet. Smoke in front of it so you can actually find your way in. Is gonna smoke it. I personally think he should have smoked around here so that they can find their way in that door a bit easier. But it is definitely the only play that they do have, as Aftermind are actually going to rotate back down on the south side of this circle. The shots go out by Cosby as they do try to make that cross. Gets in the door, but Kasun takes down B2. Get any shut that door. Should be able to get that res. Cozzy just spraying, taking off that door. He's got the 5 smoke, so Asba has been spotted here. Not a whole lot he can actually do as the nade comes out. Beautiful nade by Crankdad. Takes down Asba. That's Paradox Gaming out in 4th. 3 teams, 10 alive. Community definitely have the power position, but Aftermind taking this high ground nice and early. If it shifts away onto Aftermind, it is Aftermind's game to win here. This next zone is very crucial into who does have the advantage. Boys in Accelerator just trapped in this public toilet. There's not a whole lot they can do. The door's been shot off, so one nade could end it for both of them. This Kassoon actually has a nade. How good is it? Falls a little bit short. It hits that front step and bounces away. No nades left for the old Kassoon. 7 kills on immunity. 49 seconds until this zone hits. It is moving in. Until it starts moving in, sorry. Shot coming out by Crankdat. None actually landing on Cozzy. Crank with the 4 frags. No boosts. Sar gets taken down to about half health by boys in immunity in this compound. Plenty of shots going out. 2 first aids onto Sar. He does spot Sweet Soul's head. Unfortunately doesn't land it. Would have been a nice knock there. Would have made that push easy as the compound is still in here. So they do have probably the priority, in my opinion, to play off. This is more smoke coming out from Accelerate, trying to make their way across the road. Community are taking 2 separate fights here. So they do start making it run for it. Takes down B2. Puts Taylor to half health. Pulls out the mini. Takes down Taylor as well. That's 6 kills in total for Cozzy already. Accelerate Gaming gone in 3rd. The 4v4. Cozzy takes a shot, but he realizes that's a cracker up there. If I stood still for a little bit longer, that's my head gone. Another spots up, takes the shots, doesn't actually connect. Crankdat's been put down to about 3rd health. Cozzy with a beautiful headshot onto Sar. Holy dooly, this kid is good. We'll get the execute as well. No, Crank does manage to just get that. Has actually bled out. So Crank might have let go of that res for a second there. It looked like he was making the res and let go of it, and that was it. Here's the final zone, so it is going to force these 2 teams together in about 15 seconds. Beautiful shots there by Crank. That does land onto Cozzy. Takes him down to about 60 health. Snefferhall has pushed out. He's got this wide angle. Giving away their position. The nade comes out from Crank. That will it connect? It doesn't actually land. Cozzy gets the knock onto Crank. That. I feel like Cozzy is the man to watch here. He's unstoppable at the moment. He's on 7. Make that 8. It's all on Shroom Fox. He cannot do it. Team Immunity walk away with the 13 kill chicken dinner. It's all too easy. No Nick 101 tonight, and they still managed to pull it off. 8 kills on Cozzy. Absolutely monstered. 5 onto Neff. The old double donut for Sweet Soul and the old Kassoon. Looks like the new Kassoon's back for game number 1. Sar, the 2 kills. Crank that with the 1. That's 3 kills second. All the boys in Aftermind. B2 does manage to get 4 kills. 1 on Taylor. The 5 kill third for all the boys in Accelerate. Just Paradox. Asba did a nice little rank tank there towards that end and does sneak them all the way up to 4th. They do get 4 kills in 4th, so not a bad first game. Player 4 with the 5 kills. Fury AU with the 2 and Spaggy with the 1. It's an 8 kill 5th for the boys in Justice. We take a break and wait for the second game.
Then I fly to the heavens on my my Icarus feathers meet the wickedest weather. Me a typical weather, I spit the mythical treasures. Cause if you're clever, then you'll know that I'm iller than ever. Now fear this. Now fear this. Now fear this. Come again. Come again. Yo, it's cold in the morning, so you bowl with a nightcap. No understanding that global warming's out there and it burns down the ice caps corroding in the ocean. You're frozen with no emotion, don't believe those in, just hoping for some dope so you can cope with the open-ended story that your life is. I'm tired of the lies, knife fights and the tyrants, and I'm tired of the slyness. A man's being strapped to their max like the pirates. Yo, I'm blinded by the lightness, brightness in my ibis. I strive for the finest island by Thailand. Then I could say goodbye to the violence that would be priceless. Reside with the nicest vibes, I'd look vibrant. Yo, enlightened by life, I lie nice in silence. No sound of the town, the footsteps or sirens. Put fire to the hybrid, then look to the skyline. Lit like a tie-dye shrine on this fine night where fireflies shine like my eyes when I ride mics. When I ride mics, when I ride mics. Now fear this. Now fear this. Now fear this. Come again. Come again. Come again. You know why I do this, bruv? Serious, yeah? It's purely just for the fun, because I love this shit, man. Hip-hop, yeah. I rhyme on the daily, why just for fun? I wreck tracks with the bandits, why just for fun? Up on Skunk Scandalous, why just for fun? I love drunker madness, why bruv, just for fun? Yes, this is Flip Tricks. Yo, it's Flip Tricks, rolling roll with a sick click. Even sicker than 666s or Jack the Ripper. Screaming bleeding liquor from my liver. We're killing kiddie fiddlers, like Gary Glitter with a flick of the dagger. It's even sicker when I'm blathered. Bust backs forever, love it like chicks love my knackers. Born misfit, yeah, some call me crackers when I wild out. Chicken City blood, my favourite place to dine out. Fancy boy, test to smack him in his face and black his lights out. Fight and hang round, gotta whip the ninja style out to let her find out. My mind's fried out, and that's the way I like to cry out. Get high or strong, love the sticky buzz, not the ones that have to try out. Too wet to bum, lads, you know you'd have to whip the lights out. That's a long thing if you just wanna get high now. Me and Mary just click like the deck to the vinyl. Ain't a coking, so I've never whipped a line out. Me and Mary just click like the deck to the vinyl. Ain't a coking, so I've never whipped a line out. I rhyme on the daily, why just for fun? I wreck tracks with the bandits, why just for fun? Up on Skunk Scandalous, why just for fun? I love drunken madness, why yeah, just for fun. Flip Tricks, Al Capone on the production. You know why I do this, bruv? Just for fun. Alphabet Bandits, GW fam. Yes. Okay. One. Yo, I'm scared of the final day. I might slip up and throw my whole fucking life away. Cause say today, bruise pop and spray quicker than you can save up your uncle. Painful with rap, weed and mumbo jumbo. You said that they were raw in the city jungle. Knife fights and rumbles. Darkness succumbs as I'm lost in this world without my compass. I'm mosh with the monsters. The human race just look what's become us. I love rap, but my biggest love's just to munch stuff. Left my wallet in my pocket with a fuckload of bum fluff. So I run tough in this wall-like structure. Flick a roach cause a butterfly effect type flutter. Blood I'm mad gutter. And like Wu-Tang, you know I bring the ruckus. Sick hoaxes pause for nothing. I dodge doors of coffins, plot doors and drop bombing. Non-stopping graph bombing. My cliques plotting out a pub, plotting with the lockings where we like to cotchin. What resembles the dungeon, you can't test my function. Fuck the introduction. Big up Hern Hill, Brixton and Clapham Junction. Where man's on pills, not with hands made for punching. Put a plunger on your eyes and rip him out with suction. Mind's eye destruction, fly by your options. They see surprises in our lives which cause my destruction. Mind's eye destruction, fly by your options. They see surprises in our lives which cause my destruction. Yo, yes. Okay. I rhyme on on the daily, why just for fun? I wreck tracks with the bandits, why just for fun? Up on skunk scandalous, why just for fun? I love drunk commanders, why bruv, just for fun. Yo, you're never gonna step to me like a head with leprosy. You'll leave behind a leg, you see what I'll leave a legacy. Your style, you can't carry it. Believe I got the recipe, so call me Ainsley Harriet. You're biting all my rhymes out. You're fat like that blobby chap. You brick up rack, shoddy raps get burnt like a hot cross. Bun up in your mother's flat, attack the rap cats and extinguish from my habitat. Your mixtape, have it back. Magician shows I rock raps, knocking off that top hat. Cool, now you're not that. I'll drop on this beat till I burn peeps like hot taps. Got deadly bars and ill freeze. You're far from any enemy. Well, that's life, that's a la vie. Louder drought, sell me weed. I'm hella deep in lyric pads, giving back the sickness that the lame gimmicks didn't match. The latest to the fake hats. You know what? It's finished, man. You're slipping. I've got wicked plans. This game set a match, cause you can't clash the bigger man.
Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Tell me why, tell me why, tell me
Yeah.
why.
Well, it's the mic menace, 5 levels higher than you novices. Applied terror, ride rhythms tighter, man. I got that shit mastered. You missing like some amateur marksman. I think the only skill that they possess is how to ask kiss. You panicking, I'm cool. I'm chilling at a spa in a steam room with 3 chicks, one playing guitar, one filing my nails, one giving me massage. Then what's that called when you add one to menage a trois? The rap style is just bloody blah. My shit's smooth, but it's still built stronger than the armor car. Haagen-Dazs cold, in fact, nah, polar caps means when I'm heated really ain't no going back. They're not progressing cause they won't adapt and staying outdated like a beige jacket with some shoulder pads. And I'm no longer playing, man. I told them that it's verb T and flip tricks bout to show them that.
Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Why do you try so hard? Why do you try? Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why.
Is this the way that it is, or the way that it's gotta be? Date rapes and robbery, shops hotted up, bro, it's just like Monopoly. Lifeline slide on that price is a property. High crime and violence in this life of democracy. Nice times seem like a lie or a prophecy. We gotta stop the poverty, stealing it from the lottery. Brothers are just a mockery, feeling it like P. Doherty, dreaming of living properly. Living is what I gotta be, what I gotta be. As the day break wakes, I see a darker sun. It's getting knocked off the world, the disasters come. It's got the father, I'm lost for the answer, son. Like a last breath straight from my tarred up lungs. I'm so cross with the world that my scars leak blood. It's insane. My neck's hung, but not from death, from shame. I feel strange as I pace these planes. Force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Force-fed images I've seen in a dream. Yo, force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Yo, force-fed images making you scream. I've seen A-grade straight take rape and cave embrace. Of my mate stays quicker than the rate of our climate change. Shit's fucked up, bruv, it's like the diamond fact that the state pays straight waste tapes at a minimum wage. It's despicable, mate. Yo, a million villains are chilling, billing, dealing, killing the living until they slip into prison. It doesn't make a difference if they really did or they didn't. The silly judges make the fickle decision with little admission. That's what will cripple the system. At a militant rate, and every minute it's raised. So I'm livid with rage, living in hate as the wickedest brave. Depicting pictures, filling victims with the lyrics I make. It's sticky business building quickly on the illest estates. A million slaves, grace face the image I place. Living in a city which is filling with rage. Force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Force-fed images I've seen in a dream. Yo, force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Yo, force-fed images making you scream. Yo, I'm sly with the mystique, depicting these sick dreams through means of a slipstream. Pristine scream, slip clean off my lips like leaves in the wind's breeze. Under the tree of mystery, I bleed imagery. Sit with the wish of a winning streak. Sin speak deeper than the whisper from the grim reaper. Grips around your heart in a second like a seizure. The streets bring the heat like you're living with a fever. Force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Force-fed images I've seen in a dream. Yo, force-fed imagery on the airwaves. Force-fed imagery, graffiti on the staircase. Force-fed images straight to your screen. Yo, force-fed images making you scream. Jezebel, more like a princess. Special girl who smell fresh like incense. Each time we kiss, I'll melt when her lips met. Rebel in the bed, but on the street, see senses. Far from us like she don't wear fishnets. Believe me, blood, yes, she's the business. Been hurt by love, but yeah, I risk this like it's a Christmas. You can't slip on this shit, she's my missus. The stuff going out, we're staying at hers. Blazing her heart, stating these words is making me hurt. Shaking my heart, taking my pain, but making it worse. Cause she was special like nothing else. He made love on the floor like fuck the war. When I'm in a man are on the match like yeah, straight through the air. Bouncing her big boobs, beautiful hair. Saluting this girl cause she moves rare. Unlike a bread, she can't stare. It's no lie when I'm looking at her. She took my mind and then took my heart. It's like a drink to the side, so I'm lost for words. Strapped to the max with a bag of herbs. Lost for my purpose here in the surf. Cause this type of girl I'll take to church and state the words that I make her squirm. Believe me, blood, I'd have married her. Man, I would have married that girl. Jane. By Jane, I would have married you. Trust me. Until one day she jumped out of bed and stumbled across her lump in her breast. Goes to the doctors, takes her the test. Each day passes waiting in stress. Cause she's my love, my flame in her chest. Day comes round, I'll pray for the best. She comes in, breaks down in a mess with tears on her dress. But what went next will affect your senses. This girl here was 3 months pregnant. My heart bleeds each time I mention. 2 months later she reached heaven. I'm trampled on by marching henchmen. So I march in the rain, scarred in the brain. Heart ain't the same cause these days it's just dark with pain. And this pain it stays in the veins. Would have been a father, this seems strange. So I carve her name in my arm with a blade. Tears running faster down my face, I'm chanting her name. Jane, Jane, I'm waiting in vain. I can't take pain no more these days. I'm in an awful state with a rawest of rage. I feel like a corpse being tortured for days. Morbid life being born as a slave. So I'm down in the rum, getting fucked in the drum. Wondering how the fuck it begun. So I run for the slum. Sneak to the bank and draw out a ton. Link this tank man, yeah, for a gun. Slip in the ton and he slips me the gun. Go to the park where we first met and I'm gripping the gun. Put a grip in the run to the top of the hill where we first chill. 7 death in the face, blood, this is real. But still, I drop pills cause I've lost the will to live. So I still to my and then pull the trigger.
Welcome back. game number 2 for the night. BrawlFest presented to you by Galway. Team Immunity coming off that massive 13 kill win in the last game. And we're going to be looking to back it up with another good game in that second one to just probably cement their spot up the top of that table. Try and make their way back into Alpha Lobby. The half point reduction in Bravo Lobby is not good if you want to try and place in those higher teams come the end of the season, as we did have a plane coming from this Milta ending up near Zaki, so it was pretty well centered, so it has given everyone pretty good option in regards to where they do want to go, as Yasnaya has been contested again by the boys in Captain Planet and auxiliaries. Not sure why their logo is actually not working. Feels bad. As it does look like Aftermind have actually loaded in with just the 3 players here this time. But they have taken this Milta Power loot. And Crank is going to actually take the compounds down to the south of Milta Power. So they will get plenty of loot from here. As we see, Crimson Gaming just going to do a compound split around farm. So again, plenty of loot around there. Big Jumbi Dad, and the boys in Ground Zero. See Bubbles over in Ferry, Orange in the 12 Apostles, Munti doing this, the 4 Reds here below Chinky Hill Maple, and Big Jumbi over here in this compound here. I don't actually have a call out for this compound, so if you have one, let me know. Justice again playing with the 3. They are still going to do this school app split. Rozhawk has been taken by the boys in Paradox as Accelerate. I believe they're changing their name to Invictus, if I did read correctly. So we'll have to fix that. But Invictus are going to take their Watertown Oyster and Penis compound as Conster and Shadrock. So that is definitely a split that they do play, the Ravage Esports boys. They split either side of the map in the hopes that one of them gets in. So I'm not sure what they do on these zones that do actually go to the north or to the south onto Sosnovka, but it does look like they do this on purpose. So it's one of those things that once people start realizing that you're doing it, it's very easily punished. So if people do watch these VODs back, they will be able to see that they are doing that split and punish them as Twerkerfish actually takes down Hustler. Looks like Hustler just come running in and Twerkerfish has just gone, hey, no mate. He does take a few shots back from Daralini. Down to about half health, and he will just run away from that. It's probably the wise idea. The rest of the boys in Captain Planet are going to rotate up from Yasnaya. Try and put a little bit of pressure on him, as Anxious have landed North Georgie with Riot. Gilzy's all the way up, doing his usual compound, and Savsy's all the way in Saki by himself. So I'm not sure about that split, but it is free, so may as well. B2 has actually started to make his way into the zone. Probably going to try and secure a compound around here that's not already taken, but a lot of this center zone has been taken. There's actually not a whole lot to play from. There's this massive compound here. Got this one here. You got all this ridge that you can actually play from. You can park your cars up around here, and it's actually over the ridge and it's safe. But you know, you can't really hide your vehicles from the rest of this ridge line. Interesting to see where teams do choose to take here. Oh, excuse me. Very tired these past couple of days. I don't know how my mic sounds as well. I got the new Blue Yeti today. So I've tried to set it up. I only had about an hour to set it up, so I'm not too sure how it sounds, but should be a bit better than the old mic that I have. It was a little bit scuffed, that one. Teams are starting to make their way in. 4 minutes until the zone hits, so plenty of time to start making these rotations. South Georgie is again occupied by the boys in Acqui. New Genesis doing their normal compound loot, hospital, and then a bit of spot looting for Foster. You see Kozi and Kasun making their way in from immunity. They've left Chinky. Probably going to try and play up here, these boys. They do like to take that high ground, so interesting to see where they do take, as the 4 reds here have been taken by ground zero. The 2 reds, sorry, the double reds here have been taken by ground zero nice and early. So again, choking out options for these teams is Kasun. Kozi pulling up awfully close to Paradox. Ad Panda's already here. D is also here. They take some shots. Asba. Ad Panda actually just going to rotate away. Probably the best option. He's not too sure how many are here, so Efahor has already pulled up onto this south side of Potato as well, so they're actually going to take Potato off Paradox. Paradox choosing to just dip away from that. But they do rotate into another team in ground zero who have taken the double reds. This garage compound is completely free, as is that way. As Taylor does manage to get the knock. B2 does get the execute onto D from Paradox, so they dipped away from Potato, tried to find somewhere, and ended up driving straight into a full team here. Looks like he just hard breached it. I'd say he did. It's hard breached that, and there's a full squad there who just waited for him, lit him up, took him out of the game, back into the... not even into the loading screen. He's just going to watch his team. So it feels bad. See Extricity coming from this north. It had Severny shooting range. Savsy all the way in Zaki, so a bit of a long rotate for those boys as Justice have... Really should get themselves in here. Not sure where they're going to play. I'm very surprised no one's actually playing over here. It's a good spot here. There's some good bowls. You can hide your cars. A couple of really nice bowls that you can hide in, so I'm surprised no one has actually taken that. Justice might actually look to rotate over as Kozi and Neff do take this high ground here. Player 4 is rotating in. He might not have heard their vehicles then. Down. Kozi takes him down. Continuing that hot form from last game. Kozi sneaks that kill on Justice. It makes them a 2-man now. He was on the bike and he was driving awfully slow for someone who is on the 2-seater. It is a fast vehicle. You've got to take advantage of that if you're going to scout. As Janky has knocked himself here. Not sure how he's managed that. Riot are close behind as well, so they might take shots. Really not sure what Janky's done there. He has died. That's unfortunate. He might have fallen into the water and drowned as Spaggy gets the knock onto Neff. Ozzy is close by, so he should be able to get that res safe. Nick 101 actually rotating in to group up. Give them a little bit of cover. It's just to start playing this a little bit aggro for a 2-man. I wouldn't want to be taking too many shots, giving my position away, as it has shifted a little bit south. It's dead center but south. But all of these compounds here are free at the moment. We are going to see a hell of a lot of teams coming in. That half of this zone is basically unplayable, so it's going to force a lot of early fights here. Third zone will come in, and 4th will shift away. So really, this is where this circle ends. It doesn't really go anywhere else. I can't see it shifting to Millie. If it does, it'll be the biggest poggers in the history of mankind. It's Nick 101 actually pulling up. Fury down super low. Does get the knock. Let's crank that. Takes down Savsy, and Assassin takes down Crank that. Nades go in. Nikos, massive. Taking down 2 of Aftermind. They were only the 2-man as well, the 3-man, so for him to get the two down is massive. Nick 101 does rotate away from that fight. Probably the smart option. He's going to group up on Neff, who has taken this sugar cube here. As Decay gets the knock onto Big Jumbi Dad. It's a Car 98 headshot. Big Jumbi. Can't be standing still, mate. Crimson Gaming taking some shots towards that mushroom. Nick 101 trying to get a little bit deeper, get a little bit more info, see where they can actually play. Does have the bike. Looking like he's going to take this dip here. I've actually never seen someone play this, so Nefahor is going to rotate, make his way to Nick, maybe. Now they might actually play a 2-2 split here. Super aggro, but I love it. There are the caliber players who can hold this 2-2 with relative ease. They're not the kind of duo that you would want to pull up on. You've got Kozi and Neff holding back in this triple. Nick and Kasun holding in that little Defi there. It is only Sa left for Aftermind, so Grimfox and Crank that did get executed. They were second last game, so they do need to continue to try and get themselves into the top 5, just to keep them in that top 4 coming into next game. As Big Huzdog doing a bit of wild man driving over here on the edge. I see him spinning like a Beyblade. Either. All the boys in Accelerate Gaming and taking shots at Nick and Kasun on that Defi. Just going to smoke it up. Maybe stand their bikes up and try and get away from it. About a minute 30 until this zone does actually hit. We'll see where it does fall. So we probably more than likely see a lot of teams going out fairly early here because of how congested the zone does get and how quickly it does get congested. As they do choose to dip away from there. It's maybe a little bit too early to play that Defi, especially not having vehicles, as Nick 101 has just Nefahor's been just jumped off and just Nick's cleaned him up. Oh, that's a yikes. What are you doing, Neff? There's no time for parkour, mate. You see Akwi rotating in on foot up on this north side of the circle. You may be able to crest over onto right, who have held themselves up on this ridgeline here. It's the high little public toilet. Plenty of info from this toilet here. The old shit shack, so it's a good little spot to play from. I do like playing from there. If you do get early control from it, they will more than likely be in the next zone, considering how much is out of that circle. Is unplayable. Tchaikovsky. A little bit far from Mantic and Rhiannon here. He needs to group up. He's not sure where everyone is. Oh my god, that circle. Oh my god. Oh my... I'm at a loss of words. Oh my god. This is going to be chaos. I'm not sure what the hell that circle is. As Sa knocks out Epifnik. Takes him down. Beautiful shots by Sa. Epifnik punished with that SKS there. I cannot believe that circle. This is going to be utter chaos. There is only a couple of places to play here. Holy... I wouldn't want to try and get too deep on this. Sleepy AU takes down Foster as he pulls up the Hobro, trying to jump in through that window. Carrot Fuel has heard him though as he broke that window. Spaggy takes down Hawks and Fly. Nick takes down Decay. Ray goes down. Beautiful shots there by Hob. Takes down Sleepy AU. He's going to jump back in. There's Garfield Hob. He's trying to make his way in. Hob takes down Timmy D as well. It's all up to Carrot Fuel here. What can he make happen? Garfield does execute Timmy D. Hob opens that door. Carrot Fuel is actually outside, so they are nowhere near him. Want to keep an eye on this fight. Hob takes down Sleepy AU. Some more shots going out by Stars. Been a breach here as well by Team Immunity. Conster takes down Neff. Still takes down Mr. Clay. Assassin actually takes down Consters. Ray goes out as well. Third party there. Oh my lord. Skasun takes down Shadrock. Cozzy takes down Ez101. That is Ravage out in last place. As Nick has actually killed himself by coming off the bike here, and Taylor takes down Nick super quickly. I cannot believe that circle. I would never have predicted that circle. But it is fourth zone that shifts away from water, so this next one is going to be here. So again, these teams aren't going to be forced too much. We will see Team 14 probably going to be forced out of Miltar. Big Jumbi and Ground Zero going to be forced in somewhere, but they can take these doubles here, which are completely free, which is super surprising. We see Aqui going to try and make their way up in on the north. Carrot Fuel is still alive. He's just hiding in the bathroom behind the door. Some nades are actually going out, trying to find where he is. They know that there's got to be one more here as Auxiliary's taking some shots at Justice. Got to be a spec issue that the door's not open. It definitely was. As Anxious have actually pulled up on this beach. Spaggy takes down Mr. Jaws. Beautiful Car 9 headshot. Does have the 8 times on that Car 9, so nice long shot onto Mr. Jaws, who will be rezzed. Accelerate taking some long shots onto the boys in Paradox as they do try and find a spot in the zone to play from. Kasun and Kozzy. They did lose 2 in Nick and Neff as they tried to make their way in. Bit of a yikes there. But B2 takes down a Tony's. Some shots here by Paradox onto Bubbles. It has shifted north. It is going to continue, probably shifting away. I'd love to see it shift down here. Carrot Fuel still nice and close to these new Genesis boys. Right. Are going to be loving life in farm here. They got a lot to play from. A lot of info to actually play from. A lot of free ground in front of them that can't be played. So Ozzy takes down a Tonus with that's a nice long shot there by Ozzy. Please don't tell me that's a crash. It's definitely a crash. God damn, this game is a pile of shit. How are we 2 years into this game? God. I have the biggest fear of accidentally clicking cancel one day. Hasn't happened yet. But now that I put that out into the universe, it's definitely going to happen to me one day. We shouldn't have lost a whole lot of people here as everyone has managed to find their way into the zone somewhere. A lot of the anxious boys have gone down. Red trying to take this little public toilet here. Going to take a lot of shots for his trouble. Bubbles takes down Mad Panda. Bubbles takes down Rev as well. Beautiful shots there by Bubbles. Anxious does finally get taken down by Tiganak. That's Mantic with the nade onto Rhiannon. Oh no. He will die as well. He must have thought it was a nade. Holy dooly. That sucks. Taylor takes down Bubbles with a nice headshot. Asma's getting a lot of pressure put onto him by the boys in Accelerate here. Captain Planet have managed to sneak all the way in. They've come underneath auxiliaries. They've wrapped through Milta here. Come down on the beach. I'm very surprised that auxiliaries didn't spot them there. They have heard the nades, so they have given away their position. Probably not the right call to throw those nades. They could have gone all the way along the beach here. Tried to make a bit of a play as Garfield lol takes down Hawks Can Fly with a nice Car 9 headshot. Hawks will get rezzed. 13 teams, 34 alive. A bit of a clown test there, trying to get in. But teams did manage it. Bubbles gets a knock onto Mad Panda. Oh my lord, it has shifted southeast. There's only 3 teams currently in. Got Electricity, who are 3 up, 3 strong in this triple here. Both the triples actually, so a lot of info for these boys in Electricity in these triples. Kozi and Kasun, who breached these doubles here. Took them early. They did lose 2 in the breach. Nick coming in a little bit later than the other 3 boys. He did, I think the back tire got popped, so he did get flipped and get knocked and got put down almost instantaneously. And then we got Justice, who are only 2 strong as well in this compound here. So there's what, 10 other teams who need to try and make their way in, and there is nothing to play. I believe Accelerate should just wrap along this beach and go up and take Petrol Station here, which they probably will. They're going to take a few shots for their trouble, but no, they're just going to opt to take this ridge here. Antic stays high, guys. Get the knock onto Spaghetti. Looks like he will get the execute. Whiffing a couple of shots there. Hits the hard one, misses the easy ones. Happens all the time. As Hob the Hobro takes down Orange Bell. Beautiful spray there. Hogdog takes down Mantic though. Tiganak takes down Asba. That is Paradox gone in 13th. You see Twerkerfish taking some long shots onto the boys in Acqui. It's just Strakovsky left as Garfield takes down Sa. Got caught over peaking and Aftermind gone in 12th. It's Kozi Kasun. Dynamic duo teaming up to take down Big Jumbi Dad as Progdog gets the knock onto Mantic with the nade. Bubbles coming in a little bit late. I don't know if he's going to go for this res here. Nah, he's just going to pick up the loot. Furiayu takes down Strakovsky. That is Acqui out in 11th. Bubbles taken down by a beautiful shot by Hawks Can Fly. It's all up to Munti here. He is in the zone, but it does look like Riot are actually going to try and rotate straight onto him in here. So 1 nade in, could take him out. Kozi takes down Gilsey. Beautiful headshot there by Kozi. Just an absolute firing range here for these boys. Fury takes down both Progdog and Hawks Can Fly. It's Riot gone in 10th. Carfuel coming in super late here. Tiganak does actually spot him and takes down Crimson Gaming in 9th. So 8 teams, 21 alive, as it has continued its trend of staying on the boys of immunity. They've got the Zoid luck tonight. Lovely. Again, only the 3 teams in the zone. Captain Planet are going to wrap along all the way along this ridge. They can actually play from up here, so there's a nice little Defi to play from. Tiganak has actually taken up on Petrol here. He's by himself, so if he goes down, he's more than likely dead. They do have vehicles, so they might be able to get to him if he does go down. But we see auxiliaries rotating here onto the boys in Justice. They are only 2. It's 2v4. Burkerfish nice and close here. He might have heard Fury. Fury goes for that wide peak. Gets put down to about 10 health. Bongs out. Trying to take that wide angle. Burkerfish takes down Fury AU. Hobro takes down Monty. That is ground 0 out in 8th. It's all on Spaggy here. He's actually nowhere near us. Nikos takes him down. Beautiful shots by Nikos. Justice gone in 7th. 4 kills on the Electricity boys. They do only have 3. They have lost Zydon. 2 very nice power positions for those boys. Kozzy and Kasun. 6 kills on Kozzy. He's on the 14 kills in 2 games. He's just an absolute monster. Takes a few shots with that 6x mini. Doesn't actually land on Hob. Just doing a little bit of jump peeking. Trying to get some info. See where they can play. I love how aggressive they are playing this center compound here. They are only 2 up, but they still play it super aggro. I love it. 6 teams, 18 alive. 20 seconds until this next zone does hit. Love to see where it does actually go. Huzzy playing a little bit of a late anchor here. Captain Planet have wrapped all the way through here and been relatively unscathed. They did no kills though, so they haven't had much impact on the game other than staying alive. Does shift west onto the only compound left. Kozzy and Kasun. They're just going to have an absolute field day here, taking shots at everyone. A couple of shots land onto Taylor there, onto Kozzy. Not sure what the play is here for Electricity. I think they can actually come out here and play this ridge. That's probably the play. Play this ridge all the way in and try and sneak into the single, as Kozzy and Kasun are playing that double. They are going to be taking pressure from almost everyone outside of the zone, as Steel has managed to creep his way in with that vehicle. 7 kills in total for Accelerate. 4 onto Tiganak, so he put the boys on his back this game. 5 kills onto New Genesis. 4 onto Hob. Auxiliaries. Bit of a hard cross to make here. Sabzi has jumped out earlier. As Kozzy takes down Bonks out. B2 takes down Huzzy. Vehicles are starting to move in for the Electricity boys. As Hob the Hobro does get the execute. There's actually a knock onto Twerkerfish. He gets a knock onto Mr. Jaws as well. It's all on Mantis here. Darylini taken down by Tiganak. Steel takes down Red, and that is Captain Planet out in 6th. Beautiful shot there by Garfield. Takes Taylor's head off. Beautiful shot. Kasun does finally get the kill onto Mantis. Auxiliaries out in 5th. Super hard cross there for Auxiliaries. They were pincered between 3 separate teams. Cosby. 8 kills. Holy dooly. Holy dooly. How good is he? 16 kills in 2 games for Kozzy. Tiganak will go down to the zone. They have got themselves a nice little ridge here though. The boys in Accelerate. Electricity have tried to find a little bit of real estate in this zone. tiny little ridge to play off. Assassin has the vehicle in. It has shifted south. Zone has shifted south. It is phase 8, so one more zone after this, but Kozi and Kasun can just gatekeep. They'll probably just try and gatekeep Hob the Hobro here, as Garfield actually gets a big knock onto Nikos. That puts the pressure onto Electricity here. He needs to get a knock onto one of the boys in Immunity here to make that cross, so they can cross, because then they'll be on the res. It's pretty much their only option here. They do have a few smokes. The nades do start coming out in counter by Immunity. They do know they have to try and make that cross. Nade not actually connecting. Hob the Hobro actually shows his shoulder there. Shot goes down. Kozi too, but takes down Hob. Turns around, takes some shots at Taylor. Doesn't land. Takes some shots at Steel. Puts Steel down pretty low. Kozi just sprays through that smoke. No nades left. Does get that bleed out onto Hob the Hobro. It's all up to Garfield Lol. What can he do? He's going to start running out of smoke soon. Out. Kozi takes him down. It's all too easy for Kozi. We'll get the med off. It's New Genesis out in 4th. City have actually managed to get up on this single here. Pulls out the nade. Cooks it. Knocks Kozi. This is the push by Electricity. Exactly the nade they needed there. Counter nade comes out by Kasun. We'll slow that push. It's still going to come though. Beautiful nade by Nikos. Takes down Kasun. That is team Immunity out in 3rd. Beautiful, beautiful use of their utility there. Brief. 3 up for Electricity, 2 up for Accelerate. Accelerate do have the outside. No hard cover. They do have a ridge though. Nade comes out by Savzi. He's going to fall a little bit short. A little bit to the right. Another nade comes out. It's actually a molly. Stun by Taylor. Taylor's actually on fire. Steel takes a spray. Puts Nikos down to about 1/3 health. Savzi, too clean. Takes down Taylor. Can he take down Steel? He does. He gets both the kills. 8 kill dinner for the boys in Electricity. Four on Savzi, 3 on Nikos, 1 on Assassin. 8 in total for the boys. That's Tiganac with the 5, B2 with the 2, Taylor with the 2, Steel with the 1. It's a 10 kill second. As Kozi with 10 kills. 10 kills to himself. 15 kill 3rd place. 10 on Kozi. I think he's on, what, 18 kills in 2 games. That is insane. Hob the Hobro with the 5 kills. 1 onto Garfield. 6 kill 4th. It's just the 4 kills onto Twerkerfish for the boys in auxiliaries. We'll wrap out the top 5. Again, take another 10-minute break before game number 3.
And that's the way I'm fucking built to stay. I build a J like Harley, mate. I'm darker than your nastiest nightmare. I'm right there with the frightening scare. Crow on my shoulder, move over or get rolled over in a bulldozer. These dudes ain't kosher, so it's standards. I roll with the Stanley B. Kept close to my chest like my family. When I'm rapping, the tar from my lungs come and penetrate straight through my throat box. I can't cope, I won't stop. Got no flows, but no job. I'm ripping these twos and these you pricks. I eat through their bones, then I'm using their tooth as a toothpick, you'll find I'm the finest, livest, most hot guy with the live spits. I visualize a death stare, you die if your eye ever glances my iris. You can't escape me, cause I HIV. I'm a virus, the spineless. I throw darts to leave your mind split. Fight a guy hybrid, tyrant slash pirate who's on a plane with no fucking pilot. Now I'm on the motorway, walking road rage, so I switch lane and cause a pile up. Any man wants to die, bloody better line up. Like the man with the white stuff, I'm far from free. In this freak infested habitat, I can't see cause cataracts put patches on my eyes. Now they're black, I'm mad. Me a battle cat, fuck that, I'd rather stab you in the back with the battle axe. Hang you up like cattle, then I am you like a snacker jack. I'm at the man with mad raps, get slap up with the happy slap.
The damage onto the Chiefs.
Fuck cause I'll force you to clean up your blood from my porch with a hose pipe. Your life took a nosedive like coke addicts knows when he sniffs up the Snow White. Me, I even make a fucking black soul go white. Alright, now you see, I'm the devil, step into my penitentiary as if you had the felony, cause I'm the primary and you're the deputy. Before I instigate a final war, I'm slicing up your spinal cord. You're crying with the lions who you die from my iron claw. 4 to your forehead, this World War 4, force war on your doorstep. You can't sort shit, cause you're caught without a forfeit. I'm forced to remorse it from London to Torquay. I forced these rappers to get lost like a dorky. I caught you from birth, bro, so you're never born free. From night time to morning, I don't fuck with no warnings. Most rappers these days are straight up whack, so I'm yawning, ignoring they're boring. Graph chatting raps about their clapping gaps. Little fanny rags, blood don't whip out my fat dick. I piss on their brick or crack raps when I'm friggin' mash. Do a freestyle and it's 10 times sicker than the best ever written rap. Death is not an option, bitch, it's a bitter fact. Yeah, straight down and fright night. It's Flip Tricks releasing the horror. Black 2007. That's the way I'm giving you a straight up blessing. Force-fed imagery. We got avarice, renegade artistry. I don't play around. Alphabet bandits. Leaving you stranded. Yes.
Focus, stay focused. Stay focused. Yo.
I'm so focused to rock binoculars as I rock the track, so stop. Cause man, I like verbal, I murder you with a word or two. Come through with the goods and murk the tunes. Like flutes in a manner, yeah, we burn a few. And the grammar that I bless, if I learn that too. Cause fools in the chat, I get schooled like youths in the depths of my brain. Do you wanna go there? No fear, yeah. Cause prayers in my man, I ain't really going nowhere. Just like a goalpost. I'm all ends here, sort of like a postcode. Man, don't flows, poke holes in the ozone. Whether I am rich with a gold boat or just a hobo. Still I run solo, hold down a whole show. Stay till I hold dough, then till I'm sober. Oh, gotta stay focused, blazing the beats to the street or the motor. Jump to the beat like me for a locust. Who's that there? Been to the pub, set trends in the lab that clash with the bad minds. I'm prime time, my rhymes fire limelight right on the spot. Need to find time, so I rewind the clock. But I bleed from my hand, but I still don't stop like cops at a red light. All my cock when a chick's got her legs right next to my bedside. Do this shit to the day I'm a dead guy.
Eagle-eyed on the grind, gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the times they get worse. Gotta make more of my life, I'm stuck in. Focus more with my mind on the grind like skateboard trucks, and I don't give a I'm eagle-eyed on the grind, gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the
boys on
times
his
they
back
get
this
worse.
game.
Gotta make more of my life, I'm stuck in. Focus more with my mind on the grind.
5 kills onto New Genesis.
Damn.
Yeah, this one's for my niggas locked down. And for the young ones coming up, running around, running them up, don't give a fuck. Like Big Girl said, it's too easy to get street struck. You can be balling in the next week, bruh, if you don't think you're about to be stuck. Yeah, and that's just where they want you. Forget what I put in my pot, man, I on to things that are bigger and better. Because there's so many ways to be getting the cheddar. I don't know that I ain't living forever, I gotta put it together. Find a way to get out of the cellar, but every time I step on the roads I get a sense of deja vu, like I feel it, I've been here
I'm
before.
eagle-eyed on the grind, gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the times they get worse. Gotta make more of my life, I'm stuck in. Focus more with my mind on the grind like skateboard trucks, and I don't give a damn. I'm eagle-eyed on the grind, gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the times they get worse.
Super
Gotta make
hard
more of my
cost there,
life, I'm
4
stuck in.
auxiliaries,
Focus more with my mind on the grind like skateboard trucks, and I don't give a damn. I man, war with the devil, don't spar with the devil like war with the devil on the mic. Just start harming the devil in you, man. I roll with a righteous crew like Noah's Ark, taking on MCs 2 by 2, hitting them with 2 by 4s. I mean, man, I'm on the mic, I'm raw. Look at these facios coming like a bag of pistachios. Gotta be a nutcase trying to battle me. Even your daddy knows London infantry trooper trying to be coming through in the coupe of the king like Mario. Fuck them goons. Step up in the mic and I'm filling up rooms. Sweeping the bride from a broom like brooms. My tune's good for your life. Stop wasting away with a knife for your waist. I'm a high eagle-eyed on the grind. Gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the times they get worse. Gotta make more of my life, I'm stuck in. Focus more with my mind on the grind like skateboard trucks, and I don't give a damn. I'm eagle-eyed on the grind, gotta stay focused, putting my righteous foot first. Keeping the faith when the times seem hopeless, but it seems the times they get worse. Gotta make more of my life, I'm stuck in. Focus more with my mind on the grind like skateboard trucks, and I don't give a damn.
I got my eye on the prize. I'm trying to avoid my demise. Take a choice of steps, it seems wise. I can't find the door, it's disguised. Pupils focus, I can't remain hopeless. I'm not a full-time joker. King size blue wrist, last slim smoker. Still proud to say I'm not a voter. Rev up the motor, then take off. Pay attention, get ready for the face-off. Legal flip tricks, Ami and Olo. Make it together or I one's on a solo. Chapter made the beat. 4 deadly MCs unleashed with the heat. Making it hard to compete.
Okay, yo. Yo, it's special when I'm telling this. Straight up I reminisce from past to the present kid. Chilling with the boys who rap Wu-Tang in the background. You know we bang the tracks loud, but I'm bashed the Nez. Yeah, you know we played on SmackDown. Way before I drunk tons of drinks until I blacked out. That dragon stout louts getting mashed out. We tried to get a slag to get our baps out. We set the cash to tramp so they can dash to get a fat round. Young to link the drinks, so that's the way we gonna get down. Collecting all the best sounds to rep the sets and best crowds. Speakers corner heads get the rawest of respect loud. I always do my best to make sure that I'm dead proud. Put pen to the pad, get my head down and head to the lab. Bless a fresh sound, you can't test my shout out. North round to down south, I'm finding a pound down the couch about to frown up a down mouth. That's what my sound's about. Same shit, different day. I get praise, make chase, get laid, make pace, stay blaze, straight making phrases to take over stages. Fast with the pace in this game that I'm taking, stakes that I'm raising. Flip tricks, kid, that's my name that I'm making. Reminisce on yesteryear, shit seems faded. Memories are jaded, but this is my life and I'm never gonna waste it. I recollect on first fights, blood, I got my head knocked. At least I got to step off the spot, though I bled locks. I used to use the headlock, left fist till the bread dropped. I love to sex the chicks and spread the legs until they're red hot. Like Fred Flintstone, yeah, you know I make their bedrock. I link up next time and then I start where I left off. Connecting in the bed like a finger to my red spots. I still rep the same crew with tight like a dreadlock and click like a deadlock. We met before flip tricks, but soon I'll be the best of. I make tunes and get props. In school I may have messed up. Two places to get the grace to take me straight to a best job. These days the educated come my race of a red fox. Remember in the days I lost my trainer, so I paced home in wet socks. We blazed around the place with no phone, so we're best not for mates. Then with straight up to places to get blazed till we're chase off. Same shit, different day. I get praise, make chase, get laid, make pace, stay blaze, straight making phrases to take over stages. Fast with the pace in this game that I'm taking, stakes that I'm raising. Flip tricks, kid, that's my name that I'm making. Reminisce on yesteryear, shit seems faded. Memories are jaded, but this is my life and I'm never gonna waste it. I'll be amazed when I date chicks. Way before films like The Matrix, we spray shit straight over trains to see our names lit. With stainers, we stained it. There's paint on our trainers from writing our names on a day-to-day basis. It's shameless, don't blame us, I blame it on the neighbours. I'm sick when I pass through, remembering the days of eating biscuits, watching cartoons. I sleep in the dark and play people in the afternoon. A Bronco Park sharks, fucking crosses. I march through, some learn to drive slow. Now they got a car full, head bound to some bar stools. We're heavy like a castle, get bevied on the drinks till we're dizzy like a rascal. We're tipsy little assholes, misfits in the city and we're strapped up with samples. Got backpacks and raps, but you know we got it mastered. And I believe in karma and fly by in life as I'm high on marijuana. Same shit, different day. I get praise, make chase, get laid, make pace, stay blaze, straight making phrases to take over stages. Fast with the pace in this game that I'm taking, stakes that I'm raising. Flip tricks, kid, that's my name that I'm making. Reminisce on yesteryear, shit seems faded. Memories are jaded, but this is my life and I'm never gonna waste it. Yes, you're listening to Flip Tricks. Alphabet Bandit Family. Imagery. Big up Renegade Artistry. Peace. 2006, Run One Production. Believe me, be yeah, I gotta be free. Moving freely to a better land, touching on the sand and the sea. Man, that's gotta be my destiny. I'm blessed in a place I can rest in peace. Yeah, check, what? Looking out my window, I feel like I'm left up in limbo. Cess rock my brain like a bimbo. Bless on the endo. City life sucks if you live in my ends, yo. Deep in emotion, sweep in the ocean. Feeding my notion, dreaming of hoping to see a better day with a better brace. Gotta wreck our way to a better place. Better race, better days. Move with the any race. Never hate, never date. Rape or the hood man carrying the blades. Or the AKs in my inner place. Betters get the straight A's cause they educate. Meditate, escape from the A grades. Dangerous games what the mind like to play. To the man in the alleyway with a crack pipe and a baggie full of yay. Weighed at 0.8 gram. Beast not yay, that's a no way fam. So step away from the break, see through the third eye. Dinner plate grace with the greatest estates, not the bird's eye. Stop the hurt and the lie. Watch when the wave breaks, when I'm moving my bangles. Hopscotch in sandals, trampling brambles. Hands plant my seeds as I reap in my mangoes. Do a little skank and rap as a tango. Cause this is my land, yo, and this in my land's like this in my fam, bro. Cause this is my land, yo, and this in my land's like this in my fam, bro. Yeah, yo, I gotta be free. Bro, believe me, I gotta be free, yeah. Wanna see the peace, believe me, B. Yeah, I gotta be free. Believe me, B, yeah, I gotta be free. Moving freely to a better land, touching on the sand and the sea. Man, that's gotta be my destiny. I'm blessed in a place I can rest in peace. Yeah, check, one. Oh, peaceful is people, everybody's equal, no hoes or needle. Think with your heart and not with your ego. No need for chemotherapy, cause round here, bruv, my evergreen holds down a remedy. Better than you ever see, my weed trees get you more lean than you ever been. Big bees out reaping the honey. Freebies, bruv, so there's no need for money. Just walk something hot like the Gaza, chosen by my karma. No more disaster, God's the only father. Lost for the answer, blow marijuana, wine and the lager. Like the farmer, yes, you know we get larger. Blessed with the laughter, testing our charter. Let's no, we're not like piranhas, no knives or armor. Open that llama, scope in our pastures. No time is harder, life is your marker. So build your wings so when you die you'll fly there.
Welcome back. Game number 3 of the night. BrawlFest. Bravo lobby. in conjunction with GLL. I'm Galway. Had a couple of really beautiful games so far as a Frowny Biscuit actually takes down a Hawks and Fly with the shotgun. Turns around though. But Gilsey comes in from behind, takes down a Frowny. He did manage to get the execute. Onto Hawks Can Fly though, so that's a bit unfortunate. They're both managing to lose one each in Anxious and Riot, so two teams landing in Chumacera, so gotta expect that kind of early aggression as it is a southeast zone. We see this circle a lot on Miramar. I see this, honestly, I'd say 40% of the time as Bubbles. Not sure what the devil he is doing, but he's taking shots. I thought he was shooting someone. As this whole north side of Miramar is completely free. Timmy D here by himself in for Crimson Gaming. Just gonna loot around La Bandita. Big Jumbi compound looting, Orange Pearl compound looting, Unti compound looting, and Bubbles all the way over here by himself. So, bit of a rough rotate for Bubbles if he does try and make his way out. You see the Justice Boys taking Hacienda. It looks like Immunity are sharing San Martin with the Accelerate Boys. Accelerate coming off a second place last game. Immunity coming off the third, but massive game from Immunity with 15 kills as Reb actually taking some shots here. Onto Janky. Janky's out in the middle of nowhere. Trapped out in the middle of nowhere. Reb taken down to about half health. Just gonna bandage, but it does look like Janky is just gonna pop some smokes and dip away. Probably the smart option here, as there's actually 3 teams down here in Valdemar. Holy dooly. You gotta love lobbies like this where these teams aren't aware of where everyone lands, and it causes these early fights. As Reb lands a couple of tags onto Janky, puts him down to about 80 health. Reb's up on 75 as Epiphanic takes down Bubbles, so he does get punished for being all the way over there by himself. Feels bad there for Bubbles. Ray goes out by Janky. No shots landed. Reb does have the hard cover of the building, but Strakovsky is pushing over here. So it is about to be a 2v1. Does spot Janky trying to make a move here. Strakovsky coming super close behind though. With the car 9. No sights on it. Reb making it very hard though. He's not picking the same angle twice. So the rest of Paradox are actually pulling up here. I think Strakovsky trying to bait out a peek there by Reb. So the rest of the Paradox boys have pulled up behind. They are taking shots onto Janky. Reb taken down by Strakovsky. Beautiful shot. Got the iron sights. He's going to go for the execute. He does get it. Takes down Reb. He will pay for it with his life though, as D takes him down with the M4. Pulls out the SKS and gets the execute. Janky put down super low as well. The monster shot there by Strakovsky. Janky takes across. Spray goes out by D. Beautiful shot by D. Takes him down with the headshot M4. But does end up being the 2-for-1 trade in Paradox's favour. Yikes, 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 yikes. As Mad Panda has opted to stay in Valdemar and just continue looting. Afterbide. Played with 3. Again, they played with 3 last game. They went out fairly early, unfortunately. Tiganak is rotating with, I think, his whole team in the one car. It is the whole team. That's not what you want. You do not want to all be in the one car. That just It's a squad wipe waiting to happen. They need to find another vehicle ASAP. That does look like what they're doing. Orange Pearl is here. He might bait them out. Takes shots. Couple of tags. None actually not getting the knock as they do jump out. Tips away. Straight back onto Pearl. One shot landing. Puts him down to about 67 health. They take a tire out. This is not looking good for Pearl. He really needed to get a knock there. Blows up the car. Tiganak gonna look like trying to get a wide angle here. Pearl pops up. B2 takes him down. That's Orange Pearl gone. Follow up nade will take him down. Pivnik rotating through. Just gonna rotate past that blown up car in the middle of the road. Pearl really needed to get a knock there on that spray. If he gets that knock, it takes their attention away from him a little bit as they do try and prioritize getting the res off. This new gen, awfully close to Anxious here. Garfield Lowell just going to hop on the back of that buggy. Shots do come out from Anxious. There is only about 5 teams in the circle at the moment. Dear God, I can't stop yawning. I'm so sorry. Hard out here for a pimp. You know what I mean? Guilty. Taking shots at Garfield. Couple of tags landing. Unfortunately, can't get the knock. Would have been a nice little spray there if he did get that knock. It was a relatively easy spray, considering they are in the buggy with not a lot of cover on the player. Crimson. Jimmy D has taken a nice compound nice and early, and he's playing up in a dirty little corner. Not somewhere you would expect someone to be. Big Jumbi Dard. Got the Scar Irons. Taking a couple of warning shots. Really expecting to hit those shots, but he is going to take them. It does look like they are playing a 1-1 split here. Pivnik might actually be rotating around here. Shot there down by Munti. Couple of shots do land there. Crank that. Puts the covering fire back down. It's actually a third party. Puts Munti down to about 30 health. Minute till this zone does actually hit. But he's going to force all these teams in. I personally think it's going to go here. But we do see these Lost Leo zones a lot. He gets a knock on the Foster. Look at the execute as well. It's the Anxious boys taking some shots at auxiliaries. Not sure about holding an edge compound like this on the first circle. You really need to prioritize getting center. Still a couple of teams who are out. There's about 6 teams that aren't actually in the zone just yet. Some more shots taken by the boys in Paradox. Puts Rhiannon down to about 10 health. He's not driving. He should be able to med. By himself, actually, so he does need a med. He's actually dead to the zone here. He finds the bandage, but it's too late. Oh, that's so unfortunate. No meds has just ruined him. Rhiannon's just going to die to the zone with absolutely nothing his team can do. It feels bad as it has actually centered over Lost Leo, so going to see a lot of players surviving these initial first couple of zones. Spray goes out by Crimson onto Big Jumbidad. And you got the red dot. Ah, if he'd have hit that shot, I would have quit PUBG. That would have been a highlight-worthy shot. But, you know what they say, you miss every shot that you don't take. It's always worth taking those shots. You don't miss it. It's one of those shots that you never forget. As D takes down Rhiannon, and he actually finds him. But D has managed to find where he was. Granted, a free kill as D's actually got 4 kills. He's got a full squad to himself. Ravage Esports taking a couple of long shots. He's just trying to pop some tires there. 15 teams, 48 alive, so we have lost about 11, 12 players already. Which is a little bit crazy considering... Timmy D taking some shots onto Munti. The old Muntenator. By himself out here is Big Jumbidad. He's all the way center in Lost Leo. So Munti's got a big task ahead of him to try and group up onto Jumbi. I don't think he does it. I think right now they're just playing separate ranked tanks. Praying that one doesn't get fed. It's not the Hobro. Takes down Jill. Trouble continues for Riot. But Red takes down Mantic. That is Acqui out in last place. I love Spaghetti. Just running in. He does have the 8 times SLR, and there is a vehicle down on the corner. Does he spot it? You're looking the wrong way, mate. Bit further down. No, bit further down. Right there. Spag. Right there. Surely you spot it. Yikes. Paradox have actually managed to get all the way into Lost Leo. Electricity boys trying to make their way in. They're going to actually come awfully close to the Paradox boy if he does continue that path. He does swing it right. The right call there by Savsy. Find themselves a spot in the zone. Not the strongest spot, as Nick 101 takes down Shadrock. Takes down Constar. That's 2 knock for Ravage. As Kasun takes down Mr. Clay as well. It's all up to Ez here. It gets the execute. As Neferhor takes down Ez. That is Ravage out in 14th. It's not the team you want to be pulling up on. They are definitely not a Bravo lobby team, I can assure you of that. They're having a massive night so far. 4 kills already for these boys. Cozzy with none so far. I'm sure he can leave the other boys some kills. He's got 18 in 2 games, so... Mad Panda actually knocking himself to a vehicle. Not sure how he's done that. As it does shift a bit away from Lost Leo. The center compound is completely free, and Aftermind making a very quick move to take those compounds there. I love Spaghetti. Still trying to rotate in. Munti managed to find himself a car. He's going to try and group up on Big Jumbi. Whether or not he goes straight past Crimson as they crest over onto this road, they might actually even hear him coming up that road. This could all be horrible timing here for Munti. Crimson. Timmy D takes a couple of shots. No bullets landing. 4 shots go out, no? A couple shots do land finally. Lucky down to about half health. Lucky he'll get away though. He will be able to group up onto Big Jumbi. Oh, it's poor Spaghetti. He might be driving into an absolute firing range. He is. Poor Spaghetti. Rotated in the blue for so long. Finds a vehicle finally and drives past Captain Planet who take him down. It feels bad. It's all up to Prog Dog. Been a rough couple of nights for the boys in Riot. Nothing they can't bounce back from though. It happens to the best of us. You see Accelerate coming in on this eastern side of the circle. Ninja Gaming are already occupying this space though. Down here, this southeast side is completely free. The only people who are kind of looking that way are Aftermind, and they are only a 3-man. As it does look like Electricity might be awfully close. I don't think New Genesis has spotted them. Savsy spots Hob the Hobro, puts him down instantly. Savsy takes down Garfield Lol as well. It's all onto IDK. Nikos pushes up nice and close. Savsy takes down. Okay. Holy dolly. He gets all 3. And his New Genesis out in 13th. Just the timing of that. They weren't even looking. They would have cleared that ridge. And then all of a sudden Electricity appear there and it's just gone all pear-shaped. Boys in auxiliaries are fairly close to Paradox here. Not super close, but they definitely are within fighting distance. Unity have managed to sneak all the way in here on foot. Take the high ground. Massive power position up here. Massive power position if they do actually get up on top, which they will. They can just shoot down on everyone. Especially if this circle does stay on them. It's 10 seconds until the zone does pop, so we will see where it goes. Savsy playing super far forward. Might have spotted the boys in Aftermind there. Shots go out. As it does continue its southeast shift. So it is going to force everyone out of Lost Leo. Big Jumbi and Munti here in prime position to pick up some people who are trying to make their way into zone. Progdog is actually loving life here. Where the devil is he? Where the that? Oh, I know. What a cheeky little spot by Progdog. No one's going to be coming down here, so he might be able to rank tank a couple of positions here. All the boys in Riot, they do need it. Let's crank that and Shroom Fox do group up onto Sa. Carrotfield taking some shots. Very long shots, but he pays for it with his head. Cozzy turns around and snaps him. Going to be regretting taking those shots. Cozzy does take a couple of shots in the bum, but Fury AU gets a knock on the Big Jumbi. If they've been paying attention to the kill field, they will know that 2 are down 4 ground 0, so they probably will push this. They do. They play this super aggro. They should have been counting players, so they will know that it is up to Munti. He's just going to hold this upstairs angle. Spaggy takes down Big Jumbi Dad. What can Munti do here? He's getting the knock. Can't get the knock. Spaggy takes him down. Ground 0 out in 12th. Holy dolly. Nikos taking some long shots. Knocks in vid. It's actually Zidon who gets the knock. Gets the other knock as well onto Atonus. It's all on Headcracker here. The nade comes out from Zidon. How well is it cooked? Not well enough. Does bounce off that ridge a touch. Paradox are also coming in from the right here, so they could be third-partying this. Need to crest over and get an instant knock onto one of these electricity boys. Shots go down onto Zidon, puts him awfully low. This could be the push the Paradox need here. As D gets the knock onto Assassin. Zidon does get the med off. Nikos is super close here. Ad Panda might have spotted him. Spray goes out by Nikos. Beautiful spray by Nikos. Takes out D. He needs to get another knock here. No, beautiful spray by him. Takes down Asma. He crests a little bit too wide there and he's taken down by Mad Panda. It's all on Zidon. Zidon does manage to get the res off onto Assassin. Atonus is pushing up underneath though. He turns around, takes down Atonus, and that is Anxious out in 10. Zidon takes down Mad Panda as well. Beautiful, beautiful play there by Zidon. Paradox out in 10th. Did lose another team there. So auxiliaries go down as well. Nikos will die to the zone. He did well there though, the Nikos. He nearly pulled off that 1v3. Would have been massive. I'm not sure where auxiliaries just lost that fight. They did lose it and they do go down. Crimson Gaming looking to make their way in. Baggy gets a knock onto Shroomfox as Sarp runs out of ammo. Pulls out the AK, sprays out Baggy. Beautiful shots there. Sarp instantly onto that res. Player 4 coming across with the smoke. He should be able to get the res onto Spaggy. Fury AU is holding a little bit of an off angle though. Shots by the Electricity Boys onto Captain Planet down there, who aren't in the zone yet. Progdog's still trying to tank his way in here. He has survived a few teams though, so he has got them about 4 positions since I last checked in with him. He's doing his rank tank job fairly well. Justice do manage to get onto this 5-story. Cozzy takes some shots at Carrot Fuel. Already taken his head off once. Can he do it again? 7 kills in total for Immunity. As Taylor takes down Red, Steel does get the execute. Progdog coming in from behind. He might actually get these. They might not turn around here. He's got 3 first aids. Hustler may spot him. He doesn't. The big yikes for the Hustler. Electricity are just gatekeeping this. Taylor awfully close though. Timmy D takes down Nick 101. Nick getting a little bit greedy there. Cozzy takes down Sleepy AU and Timmy D as Epiphany gets a knock back onto Cozzy. Kasun does get the executes though. He should get the res off onto Nick 101. It's all on Carrot Fuel. Assassin takes down Hustler. Nade's coming out right. Progdog does actually go down to the zone. Kasun spots Carrot Fuel on his rotation away. Riot out in 8th. Crimson Gaming out in 7th. 10 kills in total for the boys in Immunity. Doesn't look like they can get the res onto Nick. They are just going to leave him. Super unfortunate to lose him there as Neff is taking a couple of shots. He's actually going to go down to the blue zone there. I don't think he gets in either. The chunks are a little bit too heavy. The shots are landing. It's Justice taking those shots. Neff will actually just go down to the zone. Listen, we've seen him rank tank plenty of times before. Electricity, know that someone's here. Zidon just snaps onto Darylini and takes him out. That is Captain Planet out in 6th. 9 kills for the Electricity boys. Had a pretty good night so far. Can't remember their placing in the first game, but they did have the dinner in second game. They have secured themselves a top 5 in this game. It's Spaggy with the nade knock on to crank that. Gonna wait for the cross here and probably pop another nade. Another nade does go out by Spaggy. Does get the knock. Exy on to crank that. Beautiful, beautiful nade. Shroomfox actually runs into that nade. Takes a little bit of damage for it. 6 seconds until this zone does start coming in. As Zidon taking some shots. Zidon takes down Taylor. Beautiful, beautiful work there by the boy. Savsy getting the tag with the M24. Zidon follows it up with that SKS shot. Takes down Taylor. He's nowhere near his team. They have actually rotated up into the zone, so he will go down. Just to have a fair bit of zone to actually play from. These two compounds here are very hard to hold, especially with this ridge above you. They can crest over and take shots. As poor Kasun is taking shots from 3 separate teams here. I don't see the almighty Kasun Snack getting them out of this one. He's only got the 1 smoke left. Right on. He's gonna pop that heal. Drink that energy drink. The boys in Accelerator are awfully close here. The nade comes out by Tiganak and doesn't actually land. Zidon fairly close to it, but it was just a little bit back. Another nade comes out. It is going to fall to the right. Kasun is still alive. How he's still alive is beyond me. Pops his final smoke. Can he get down to the little ridge here? I don't think he gets out of this. The Sar takes him down. That's team immunity out in 5th. As this fight up here does continue. B2 with the knock onto Zidon. Beautiful headshot knock there. Zidon looking like he should go down there. So they might look to get a little bit aggressive off this. Spray goes out by Tiganak. Savsy takes down B2. Beautiful spray there by Savsy. Takes down B2. Puts the pressure back onto these boys. Another spray. Steel takes down Savsy. Tiganak put down to about 14 health. Steel actually going to go for this res. No, he's actually going to push past. He knows they've got the 2 knocks at least. He does have the Grozer in hand. Gets up nice and close here. Assassin does get the res onto Savsy. 33 seconds until this zone does move in. Assassin also resing Zidon. Steel is up awfully close. Smoke does fade. Takes down 2 of them, but Savsy does get that trade back knock. Gets his med off. Takes down B2. Beautiful spray by Savsy. Can he get Tiganak? He can't, unfortunately, get Tiganak. So he does look like he will get the reses off here. 1 second until that zone does come in. He might not actually get these. It's Electricity out in 4th place, but Steel may just go back straight back down to the zone here. They're actually going to crest over and be shot at from both teams who are in this compound as B2 does go down to that zone. Savage will get that kill. Spaggy takes down Steel. Player 4 with the execute. Tiganak can just rotate all the way around. He's got a Winchester. What the hell? I was not expecting that. Oh my lord. So it is 3 teams alive. 6 players up. Tiganak is in the zone here, so he's just probably going to try and rank tank this out. I don't know, he can't really go anywhere. He can probably keep wrapping under that ridge and try and get down here, but... See, the boys in Justice have control of this 5-story. Two alive for Aftermind. Zone does come in and favors no one. It favors Aftermind most. They do have the least to move to actually get to this zone. The nade comes out and actually lands onto Sa. Puts him awfully low. Puts him down to 23 health. But Justice need to make a really quick move here. They do start prepping their smokes. Only the one smoke. It's Tiganac. Just going to hold the edge here. 30 seconds until this zone comes out. There's Shroom Fox. Massive knock onto Fury AU. Sa's just going to take the vehicle and step up in the zone. Spaggy with a massive knock onto Sa. Takes him out of the car. Player 4 with the Executors. All on Shroom Fox here. He should get the res off as well. 9 seconds until the zone does come in. But he will get that res off. And it will make this a 3v1v1. Tiganac could be huge here. He could come in and third party this fight. Easily steal this second place. Just needs to pick his moment. Shroom Fox holding a super offhand. Gets the spray onto player 4. Takes down player 4. Beautiful shots there by Shroom. We'll get the execute as well. So it is now a 2v1v1. Smokes do start coming out from Shroom. He knows that Tiganac was up on that ridge. He's got to know that he's pushed down by now. Tiganac actually managing to crawl his way in. Fury should spot Shroom as he tries to make this cross here. He's actually spotted Tiganac. Beautiful shot by Fury. Takes out Tiganac. To Accelerate Gaming out in third place. All on Shroom. With the MK. 6x in hand. This is the final zone. They know he couldn't have gone anywhere else than under this ridge here. They need to double peek this. Cannot give him the chance to get the one-on-ones. Shroom pops up. There's a massive shot onto Spaggy. Takes him down to 28 health. 5 seconds until the zone does come in. The smoke goes out. Beautiful shot by Shroom does. Scare him. More shots going out. He takes down Spaggy. Beautiful shot by Shroom. Takes down Fury as well. Oh my god. Shroom Fox pulls off the clutch. 1v2 for Aftermind. 5-kill win. Beautiful play there by Shroom. They gave him the 1v1 fights. They needed to crest that together then. 5-kill first place. Aftermind. All too easy. They took that compound nice and quickly. And I think it was the second zone. Actually third zone. It was free and they didn't really have to move far from there. Spaggy with the 4 kills. Fury with the 2. It's a 6-kill second place for Justice. 2 kills on Steel. 1 onto B2. 1 onto Taylor. 1 onto Tiganac. 5-kill third place. As Zydon with the 5. Savzy with the 4. It is an 11-kill. Fourth for the boys in Electricity. Nikos and Assassin both getting just the 1 kill each as the boys in Immunity continue their hot form in the Bravo lobby. Ozzy with the 3 kills. Neff with the 3. Kasun with the 2. Nick 101 with the 2 as well. It's a 10-kill fifth. We do take one last break before our final game of the night.
Yo. Big up my blood brother chapter. This is Flip Tricks. Big up Avarice. I'm coming from the claw hawk hammer of banners. When many man are staggered like a bladder carrying daggers. It's ragged than a hackney hack attacker with a dagger trying to stab your dagger. Shit's got me madder than a mad hatter with a whack ladder trying to get Santa. A rap fatter get stanker. Fuck the toy chin whack on chit chatter. Any fancy boys jaw will get shattered. Cause frankly I'm sick to death for these faggers. Chatting shit with the cigarettes and liquor breath, trying to blag it. Got me vexed and dagnab it, I won't have it. So when I'm on the Mac, I put them under pressure, like I'm the fox and they're the rabbit. Got me vexed and dagnab it, I won't have it. So when I'm on the Mac, I put them under pressure, like I'm the fox and they're the rabbit. I'm the fox and they're the rabbit, the rabbit, the rabbit.
In sonic form, my words collide with rhythms to define the lines, the way light divides and prisms. From infrared to ultraviolet, internet to ultraviolence, and meters in the red to total silence. Heaven and hell are right here on earth. Look at the joy and pain of a person's birth. Cause creation is hard and beauty is so fragile. So train your will and skill with survival of the most agile. On ambitions we walk our tight ropes, but that's the price to pay for us having high hopes. You can slip and hit the floor or the safety net. Fall or stand tall, you can place your bet. Engage in the game till death, we play roulette. With signs of hope weighed against great regret. If you're only trying to cope or climb the slope, we're all living our lives under the microscope.
Though I'm on the haggle bro, gums rock the Aggie flow. Rack it like I'm macking road. Damn, I'm cold, chat, I stay too banging till I bag the gold. I move off and flag the pole from flatland to coast. I roam, hold my own with my rap traps the dome. Like the chapters of my soul, I move manic. Like a bag of backtracks in the post, I come dramatic. Crap, I'm man in baggy clothes. Trackies slacking low as I blam the fan back to the road. Slide like the blackest of crows. We ravage for goals. And the rack I'm rapping pose. I'm war like a cracking coast. I'm brief, I got MCs. I'm walking on your burning coals. I'm turning cold. I'm talking to your holy ghost. You're moving like a lonely soul with frozen hearts and broken homes. Chosen like a target in the open zone. I sit back and watch it. Blow the nation. My flow bleeds dedication like cutthroat holes and fucked up hoes who sell their smart for dough and roll this low.
Yo, piss pocket bro, lower monotone. I'm in a dissident prison in shackles, living by horoscopes. I throttle blokes and then I disregard the consequences. I'm living large but not in charge of where my plot is headed. Many have got beheaded for not watching where the shots are treading. They forgot the method, they kept their stocks replenished. It's pretty raw in this city's walls. You get friggin' chawed, but boy your man up after ticking drawers. And from karma there's no escape, blood is so deranged. It may not see your face but fate knows your name. I'm towing chains, the anchor of my abandoned ship. Inside a parapet, a candle lit Sanskrips. My ganja spliffs, the only release from anxiety. Keep living quietly till the eve of my dynasty. Don't be deceived by the liar's speech, they're talentless. I'm riding with Lucifer's carriages with Judas Iscariot.
In these times we try and strive, living in this place without peace of mind. Streets of crime where karma lies, repercussions, it's an eye for an eye. In these times we try and strive, living in this place without peace of mind. Streets of crime where karma lies, repercussions, it's an eye for an eye.
Fuck a strap, I kill a flat cap cat with a rap if he jacks before he reaches the cap flat with features of Mad Max who bleed like a Tampax. Streets left me speechless, that need for the anthrax. This a cutthroat game where your luck don't change, and it's much the same along these dusty plains. Brock pockets again with the pain in my lung, this disturbing for rapping more Zeus than the Arab does turban. So I live by the code of the karma, cutthroat palaver, stop for the answers. Muddled by these clueless fuckers who abuse their mothers, subdued with hustles, should do to themselves as they do to others, and make moves in the ruckus and they'll lose their troubles. Try and be a hero or a heroine instead of hitting beer, sniff or ketamine. I'm fed up of this meddling, injecting like a liver skin. I'm stepping in the ring and then I rep it like a veteran. So you know we're best to win, and when the city's better, kid, you love it like your next of kin.
In these times we try and strive, living in this place without peace of mind. Streets of crime where karma lies, repercussions, it's an eye for an eye. In these times we try and strive, living in this place without peace of mind. Streets of crime where karma lies, repercussions, it's an eye for an eye.
Flip trick. Big up Roll One Production. winding down the vinyl with the finest verse and ride it till the style of turns. Ignite my mind with rhymes and words. It's my time to burst. I hide your verse like you done the crime and hit the dirt. Splurt as you fix your verse. I pick the bone, I rip a verse. Give the spirits live from birth. Rip it like a Rizzler burns. Live till the day that I die. And ride the mic till I'm miles high and lie in the sky. Cause where I strive, it's an eye for an eye. Caught by the force of 100 demons, got me vibing on mics in the night. The only type of whites are riders on the type that you ride. And if you're feeling this itch, cross your fist from the left to the right. Reciting lines of my life, cause on the mic I'm like lightning, I strike.
Split tricks. Come on, let me see you rip this. Roll it with the split tricks. Come on, rip this. Split tricks. Come on, let me see you rip this. Roll it with the split tricks. Come on, rip this.
Way back since the days of the vodkas and OJs, I'm fucking up the stage till I go down of old age. I hold down this whole place with flows that I donate. I'm on a little promise and trust, blood, I'm honest. Me, I'm one about to blow like suicide bombers. And if the trips do or die, cause you know I'm on it. And when I rock a night, I got my love and the sonnet. Fucking up my mic like the lungs with the chronic. You wanna bum me up on the zoo, blood, I'm on it. I'd love to chong it platonically frosted, so I've lost the logic from it. Hungry for the mic like a drinker on a liquor can. Bring fire like Wicker Man. Any type of spitter man's just like a babs, cause on the mic I am a man. Mad Max of England, my flow starts contagious. I bust a little rap and get more props than the stage set is blatant, I'll make it.
Split tricks. Come on, let me see you rip this. Roll it with the sickness. Split tricks. Come on, rip this. Split tricks. Come on, let me see you rip this. Roll it with the sickness. Split tricks. Come on, rip this. Bring it to me.
Monday to Sunday, the trigger tongue, give assist, I do shows to fundraise. Get a little stressed, I wanna run away some days. Jump out the mess and find the middle in this dumb maze. Babes, I gotta make a lot, not little like some dumb rays. I do this for myself, my fam girl, and my home raised. To build a split sick kid, keeping after long days. Fuck work on shop braid and box up a cop's face. Knock down the door till the motherfucking lock breaks. Don't knock me, you'll get knocked out like a cockney would do to you if you stepped on his shoe with a rude attitude from Hernhill to Lewisham. Man are getting chewed up and spat out like chewing gum. Your crew consists of one, I rap like tarantulas, fangs round the neck of your newborn son. Before my crew could even come, me running and you've gone. Flip tricks, 1-1, yeah we reverence the air. Double in the game and bust your face with the checkmate. So pass me the checkmate, cause brother gotta get paid. Never get corrupt like I'm Nestle. Or girls who are working the sex trade. I make papes the best way. Don't get it twisted, sorta like a sex change. You get me? I'm drunk like BGs or tech leads. Step heavy with my testes. I'm rep with the besties. Take time from my smoking. Gotta let my chest breathe. Let my body function. Never rep north, south, east, west. Brother rep London. It's crunch time. My bus rhymes. So hungry for the stages like it's motherfucking lunchtime. I spit raps over hip hop. Bangor or bagpipes. I'm a mad guy in search of the gold like a magpie. My graphs on your trackside. It's slap like a bad wife or bun like a crack pipe. If man don't set me props when I rap live. Flip tricks, yes. 1-1. Yeah, we represent the airwaves. We represent the UK. Yeah, flip tricks, yes. 1-1. Yeah, we represent the airwaves. We represent the UK. Yo, I'm sitting in my home yard, checking out some pics of my own art. Never been docile. 4 panels this week, it's hardly been a slow start. But fathom what's next, there was no chance. I hear my blower go, so I answer. My bros like, yo, do you wanna go Grove Park? Heard it's a dope yard and there is no guards, plus there's a whole mark. So getting caught, man, here I swear there's like no chance. Opportunities like these be, they won't last. Put down the phone slow, but I roll fast. Holding my kins dust and crisply. Take 3 slugs of whiskey, grab green bubbles swiftly. Take ham, love the picky, run station, bunk train slickly. No tickets, bro, yo, so don't ever take the mickey. Go from Herne Hill to Bricky, then onwards to Vicky. Got there in about a jiffy, step off and I lick them quickly. Next to the freshest, the chippy, get some chicken from the chippy. Then I step on with the mission. At the time it was the best decision. We wanted rep and recognition. We got G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky, cause graffiti won't die. And that's no lie, we got the G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky, cause graffiti won't die. And that's no lie, we got the G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky. We switch the platform, train screeches in like nails on the blackboard. Step up on the train and catch flams on the back door. These are the black marker stains that your fams are taxed for. Yo, but fuck the tax, man, I save my cash for a fat draw. 10 pints of Stella and a cab to my girl's door. But that's another night, we're on for the graph war. Busting out the stars from the London to retro. Holding my tins in a bag set from Tesco. No cam takes pics, face is wrapped with the vest, yo. I'm on the track, see the train, get my paint out. Clocked in the first 2 minutes, cause it's hot now. They're screaming best stop now, before we let the dogs out. One clown gets gripped, I'm like, get the fuck out or duck down, it's all going nuts now. Don't wanna get caught or get munched by a mutt's mouth. One mate ducks down and hides like no one's there. BTP man comes, clocks with a potent stare. Don't spot him, but sees me duck like a Bucky O'Hare till I'm fucking scarce. We got G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky, cause graffiti won't die. And that's no lie, we got the G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky, cause graffiti won't die. And that's no lie, we got the G-R-A, double F-I-T-I. Bust your fist in the sky. I see sick fences, I climb 6 feet and slip, I'm at my wit's end. Back in the limb, I rip it off, then I descend down the other side of the fence to get rid of them. BTP men that are militant, he cocks a gate roll, so I'm running up as fast as I can to the main road. I strain and I 8 kill, but still I've got baseball and love for this dark car. Straight in the road and nearly hit by a fast car. I'm running, bruv, I'm running. I don't know these ends, but I'm running and feel like my luck's up and I need to conjure something. So I dust to a block of flats, see the doors locked, I'm like, fuck bruv, that is brass. So I duck round the back and lay low like I got a rap. And didn't mutter jack, but still he comes on his back. So I murk him out his perfect place. 30 words of froth comes blurting out his girly face. Ringing from my legs cause I'm running out of pace. Third swipe hits me, I'm down and I hurt my face. Jumps on my back and holds me down like he found his prey. Elbow to my body and he's gone. Snap my shoulder blade, screaming in my ears, son. You better count your days.
Welcome back. BrawlFest Bravo Lobby, Week 3, Game number 4. It's the final game of the night. You see Shroomfox pull off a beautiful 1v2 to get the Aftermind boys at dinner. Hey, taking some absolutely monstrous shots there with the UMP. Is Gilsey, who's still in the air. Been 2 minutes 47 seconds and he's still in the air. I don't know how the hell he did that, but I respect it. So we have seen two teams here in El Azhar. It is Paradox and I believe it's Captain Planet. It is Captain Planet. They do have the 4 this time. I believe they've been 3-man most of the night. But they do have the 4. As Acqui got a massive split down the east side of the coast. A long way from the zone, which is a high northwest zone. It is centered around this compound here up on the hill. Not sure what you call this. I'd probably call this Flatlands compound. Between two massive mountains, as Asba actually does get the knock onto Huzzy. He was looking like he was going to get on that bike as Reb takes Huzzy down. These boys have actually trapped themselves out on the road. Daryl didn't even know how helmet. Taken down by Mad Panda. Reb does get the execute as the other two just looking to dip away from this. Long shots coming down. Mad Panda lands a tag. Reb lands another tag. Hustler being put down to 30 health. Yeah, in the open here, this is not good. Another tag landed by Reb onto Hustler. 7 health. One more bullet and he is down. He's going to get behind this cover here. Does have 3 first aids, so he will be able to med up. Shots now going down onto Red. Tags landing. D's actually looking to get aggro. Try and take the high ground. This Hustler does get his med off and he continues to run away. Shots by Kasun onto Tiganak as he hops in that Murado. Be able to get away. There's a beautiful shot there. Lands by Kasun onto Tiganak. Puts him down under half health. Lovely shot there. Pifnik taking some shots at Munti as he tries to rotate through. Reb does get the knock onto Red. It's all onto Hustler here. Asma takes him down. Red just smokes Hustler. That is Captain Planet out in 15th. Woo! Paradox played that to perfection then. They get the 4 kills. Send Captain Planet all the way back to the loading screen. Pifnik taking some shots with the 3 times SKS. No shots actually landing. A couple of people who are rotating in around him. 30 seconds until this zone does start coming in. See, the Riot Boys have actually got Chumacera for free this time. Progdog looting a compound up to the north near Chumacera. Plenty of teams actually starting to try and take these center compounds away. There's not a whole lot to play in the center here. But Assassin has taken that Flatlands compound in between the 2 mountains. Zydon taking another compound by himself. So it's a 1-1-1 split here by the boys in Extricity. You can definitely play these kinds of splits in the first circle. You can play it probably up till about the 3rd circle, I think. Timmy D takes some shots onto the boys in Accelerate. Puts Taylor down to about 60 health. Ground Zero are rotating in behind. They could pincer those Accelerate boys. Tell you what, I am starving. Did not get time to have dinner after setting up this new mic. Did a little bit of tweaking in between that break, so hopefully it is a little bit better. You see the Ravage Esports boys rotating in. They're going to rotate super close to New Genesis here. They will hear them. Unfortunately, won't be anywhere they can stop and take shots. Mr. Clay, awfully close behind. Yeah, I'm just going to dip away from that. Probably the smart option here. No need to take an unnecessary fight so early into the game. Rock Dog takes a couple of warning shots onto Mr. Clay as he rotates past him, actually landing. Paradox is still in El Azahar here. They need to start making their way out. It's a fairly long rotate into this western side of the circle. 3 minutes until the zone does hit. Ayres pops out, takes some shots on the Mantis. None connecting though. A little bit of a warning shot. They are going to continue this rotation up, but Twerkerfish is already set up here. That's his bonks out. Sleepy AU takes down Big Jumbi. What the hell? Jumps down. Can he get the spray? Spray goes down, takes down Timmy D. Beautiful shot there by Orange, but Sleepy AU gets the knock back onto Orange Pearl. Gonna come around and get that execute. Poor Pearl. Poor Pearl. The rest of the Ground Zero boys are nowhere to be seen. Big Jumbi takes him down. Pearl will bleed out. Sleepy AU will get the res off onto Timmy D. Oh, the shots come out though. The third party. I believe that's Aftermind. Orange Pearl will get the bleed out kill on Orange Pearl. Onto Timmy D, sorry. Aftermind do come in with that third party and take the long shots. There's a piff. Finally takes him down. Mr. Clay gets a beautiful shot to Twerkerfish though. Not sure where that was. That's a bit of a long shot. 200 meters. It's a nice Car 9 headshot. Paradox boys are coming to heads with Acqui. Beautiful shot by Asba. Takes down Janky. Lovely, lovely shot there by Asba. Comes in to back up his team. Rhiannon's actually rotating in behind. Shot goes out by D. Not gonna land. Oofed. You get that. Savsy takes down Ez and Assassin gets the execute. Take out the tires on their vehicle. Doesn't even show that someone's there for me, which is really, really strange. I'm not sure. Where are they shooting? It's really, really strange that I can't actually see that player there. Fuzzy taking some long shots. Cross to the boys on Aftermind. Not actually landing. 16 seconds until this zone does come in. .48 alive as it does shift. Stays center, but feeds a little to the west. Headcracker takes some shots at IDK as he rotates past in that buggy. Paradox is still coming in from the blue here. Very, very long rotate for them. Really slowing down their rotations by taking those flights there. They could have left a little bit earlier, in my opinion, but they stay and do get the kill onto one of the boys from Acqui. Top the Hobro lands a shot back onto Headcracker. It's caught out in the middle of nowhere. Twerkerfish gets the knock onto Consta. Bombs are actually rotating away. Might be trying to get a separate angle to take this fight. He's actually just going to go try and secure them somewhere in the zone, probably somewhere in El Pozo. Plenty to play in El Pozo as Hawks can fly, and the Riot boys are actually coming in on this south side as well. So Mr. Clay will get the res off onto Constar. Not sure where Shadrock is. He actually is in Pozo. But he does have a spot for the boys to rotate to. Mr. Clay takes a shot towards the plenty of bullets, but none landing. Big yikes of a whiff there. You see Bubbles taking some long shots onto the boys in Electricity up there on that compound that does look down upon absolutely everything pretty much. Aftermind have taken shots onto Strakovsky. They have landed a couple of tags as well. Strakovsky awfully low. Luckily for him, there isn't a whole lot of people up on this north side. Paradox and Acqui coming to our heads again. Dip away, he's got the two-seater so he can go anywhere he wants with his rotation. Always in immunity. Might be going for the crate. Might already be taken. It is in a bit of a yikes spot to get. Hasn't been taken, and it isn't all on full level 3, so that is a definite care package that you want. As B2 takes down Reb all the way up north. Would not expect anyone to be there, so feels bad for Reb. I would not be expecting people to be up there when the zone's down here, so has definitely caught him off guard. Rest of Paradox nowhere near, so they can't actually help him. Can't get any revenge kills. They will be wanting blood though. These two teams' colours are so awfully alike, it's so hard to distinguish who's who. Accelerates is the darker. So Rhiannon's by himself. Makes sense now. Minute till this zone does come in. We will see the next pop. It is only phase 2. Uriayu got the 8x Carnine on Miramar. Definitely want that 8x on Miramar. There's so many long fights that you can take on this map. See the boys in New Genesis taking some shots at Anxious. Headcracker is caught between a rock and a hard place. He's caught between Electricity and New Gen, as well as Ground Zero and Ravage. I don't think Ravage will be looking his way though, but Electricity can definitely put some pressure onto him if he does make too much noise there. He is in a little bit of a shit hut. There's a car right near it though, so they will be aware that someone's got to be close by, and it's a pretty safe assumption that it'll be there. The zone does come in, and it does stay center again. In a lot of center zones these past couple of nights, it's been really good. There's been less hard shifts and more centralized zones. Electricity still holding this 2-2 split. They can probably hold it the one more circle. It is starting to get a little bit greedy, but both of them are relatively even on the zone, so this is probably the better compound to take. This one is in flat in between the high ground, which is completely taken by Hisses. Might be too little too late here as the immunity boys do look to make a move and take that south side of this circle as Pipnik goes down. Because he's taken down by Bubbles. Wow, beautiful spray there. He is in cover, so he will get res. Nick immediately jumps off and gets that smoke out. Beautiful shots there by Bubbles. So it does actually slow down their rotation a little bit, but they will still be able to take this southeast side of this compound from the Electricity boys. They need to make a move over to help these boys. Sidon pulled up on Headcracker, taken down. Antic stays high, takes down Hob the Hobro. Beautiful headshot. He will get executed as well. Zidon by himself here. Nikos needs to move away and come help. It does look like he is. He is trying to get a different angle here. He spots Adonis. Zidon putting some shots down on Adonis. As Nikos takes down Adonis. Beautiful shots there by Nikos. Does get the execute as well. Spray goes out. Not actually landing. Brownie Biscuit needs to just get away from this. Zimbiz is pulled up in between. All of immunity there. Zidon takes down a Frowny Biscuit and Sun takes down Imbiz. Anxious out in 14. Runs into the two powerhouse teams that are alive. So it feels bad for him. But that will mean that Extricity are aware that all of immunity are here. They're nearby. So I dare say they will try and group on this next zone. Because there is 4 teams here in this El Pozo side. They'll be cheering if it does actually stay here, as it will force all of these teams down south. But I can't actually see it staying there. I'm feeling a Crater Fields. I've never actually seen a zone end in Crater Fields, and I'd love to see it. Buzzy. Taking some long shots. The help of his good friend, Neff. Former Atletico star. International LAN attendant. The big time gamer, Neffahor. Massive pickup for the boys in immunity. Just solidifies that roster. Zidon takes down Garfield Lowell. Beautiful headshot. He's got the cracker 8 times. It's for that reason alone that I prefer the Bolties over DMRs. That instant knock cannot be beaten. One of the greatest feelings in this game when you do hit those headshots and take someone straight out of the game. Lines up the shot on Rhiannon. The body shot a little bit too low. Can he hit the second? Cannot hit the second. He needed to go up another notch there, and it would have been a headshot and it would have been the knock. Mantic takes a tag back from the boys in New Gen as it does swing away from Crater Field, so it is a southeastern swing. Not a hard shift though, but it definitely does swing away. But it's going to force all of Paradox. It's going to force all of Aqua. It's going to force Accelerate all into this north and western side of the zone. There's not a whole lot to play from here in Crater Fields. Yurieyu is all over here by himself. He needs Spaggy and Play Forward to somehow get across to him. Suddenly, Zidon and Nikos need to get to Savzy. That is the better position to hold. Sa makes a nice early move. See what he can play from up here. I'm going to take a couple of shots out of trouble. Those are some long shots all the way back. Actually, Spaggy taking those long shots. Sa pulls up and the Extricity boys take some shots as well as immunity. Aftermind taking some shots onto the boys in New Genesis. It's Crank that takes down. Okay. Shroom Fox actually steals the kill. Mantic says I gets the kill onto Garfield Low. Taylor takes down Foster. New Genesis. Their qualms continue. They're out in 13th. It's been a rough night for the New Gen boys. Player 4 with a big knock onto Mad Panda. Nikos gets the knock onto Tiganak. It's B2 with the trade back knock onto Zidon though. They are a two-man, so the rest of Accelerate are pushing up to group up here. Spaggy takes down D, and Spaghetti gets a nade knock onto Twerkerfish. Shroom Fox with the knock onto D as well. Mr. Jaws with the headshot knock onto Gilsey. This eastern side is chaos here. You see 4 separate teams. 5 separate teams, actually. Nade comes out. It's going to fall a little bit short. Electricity can just rotate away from this. They will get away from that 4 for free relatively. Oh, not again, man. Fucking hell. Oh, this game, man, it's just so frustrating. Something so simple as changing who you want to spectate on crashes it. Going to be a lot of interesting fights just breaking out then, and we're going to miss most of them. But PUBG. It is what it is, man. Do try and load back in. Gonna have to have a lolly. Why not? We didn't actually miss too much. One with the knock onto Tiganac, Rhiannon with the knock onto Zydom, Neff with the knock onto Steel. Rhiannon's gonna crest over that ridge, take some more shots down. Kozzy takes down Tchaikovsky, and Nick 101 takes down Tiganac. It's all gone horribly wrong for the boys to accelerate here. Rhiannon last alive for Acqui. Therefore, awfully close to B2 and Taylor. There's only the 2 up for the boys that accelerate. Coming up against a 4-strong immunity. Who are definitely not a Bravo team. So it's no easy task to get through these boys. The zone does come in. I did actually miss that zone pop, and it has gone south. Assassin takes down Saar, but Crank That takes down Asba. Epifnik takes down Savzi. The 2-2 split for electricity is not paying off. Under a lot of pressure here as Kozzy takes down Nikos. Saar, massive nade onto Mad Panda. The Paradox Gaming gone. In 12th place. B2 finally does get Rhiannon. That is Acqui out in 11th. Savzi not going to get rezzed here. Assassin is a mile back, so Savzi will go down. Nikos actually goes down to the zone. What can Assassin do here? Takes some shots as that nade comes out. It does go a little bit too far. Neverhor takes down B2 and Mr. Clay takes down Twerkerfish. Sun taking some shots onto the boys and accelerate. Gonna jump down, take a little bit of damage. Mr. Jaws takes down Mr. Clay. So Auxiliary's trying to force their way in on this south side. Shadrock takes down Bongsau with a beautiful M24 headshot. Mr. Clay, easy res here. As a nade does come in. How that did not hit is beyond me. What the hell? Assassin takes down Saar. Epifnik takes down Savzi. It's a bleed out kill. The Sleepy AU gets a knock on to Crank That. Shadrock knock onto Bongsau. Miss Munti with the knock onto Mr. George. Assassin with the kill on the Shroom Fox. We'll take Aftermind out. In 10th place. Zydon has been knocked. So it's all on Assassin and he's a mile from the zone. Sleepy AU will get the bleed out kill onto Zydon. Nick 101 lands a monster shot onto Hawks Can Fly. Immediately going to go for that res. Takes another shot, doesn't actually connect. Beautiful shot there. Lands onto Hawks. Onto Gilsey, sorry. We'll have to med as Hawks has been res by Frog Dog. Another shot lands by Nick. Beautiful tags. Another shot, man. Nick is on fire. He needs to land these headshots though. His body tags are only going to force them away. Jumps down. It takes about 22 health. Off. Bubbles taking plenty of shots. Neff actually gets the knock onto Bubbles, but Munti knocks Kasun. Bubbles will be an easy res here. Taylor could pop up here and really ruin the party for Immunity. Not going to be expecting him here. Consta takes down Sleepy AU. Taylor just has to spot them. Spot Kasun. Takes down Kasun. Massive whiff by Taylor. Oh my lord. Oh no. Accelerate out in 9th. Oh my lord. He needed to get that second knock there. It has slowed down Immunity's rotation, which is going to put them under a lot of pressure. Because Riot are playing this gatekeep game here. I don't see how Immunity actually do make this in. They've got Ground Zero looking as well as Riot. Player 4 coming in super high. He will be able to group, but Mr. Clay with a nice ball shot onto Epiphanic. It will take Crimson Gaming out in 8th. 7 teams, 19 alive. Bubbles taking off the shots. Munti gets the headshot knock onto Kasun. Mr. Clay knocks Fury with a nice headshot. F doing the little chicken dance. Doing his best to get in. They are in there. Munti does get the bleed out onto Kasun. Mr. Clay with the kill onto Fury. Plenty of long shots going out by Gilsey. Needs to land those. Gilsey takes down player 4. Beautiful tags. The Neferhorth gets the steal as player 4 gets the grenade down onto Nick. The nade comes over though. Looks like Ground Zero trying to make an aggressive push onto the boys here. Munti takes down Prog Dog. Ray goes out. Not a whole lot of bullets actually landing there. No nades left as Justice are taken down, but at the hands of Neferhorth. Out in 7th. 6 teams, 15 alive. The zone does come in and it is a center feed again. Assassin has managed to rank tank a couple of teams out here. He's trapped in the middle of no man's land. Mr. Clay has spotted him. Knows he's on that tree. Can't actually hit the shots. He could probably try and get a little bit of a wider angle, but it is a risky move. He's gonna hold him out there. They know where he is. The rest of his team should be able to help him. Ground Zero, the only team actually in this circle here. This is actually massive for them. As somehow, boys in Immunity have got their hands on a car. Munti takes down Gilsey. They do look to make their way across the road. They are being third-partied now by the boys in Auxiliaries. As the nade comes out, Twerkerfish takes down Gilsey. Beautiful shot there by Cozzy though. Knocks Munti. It's all on Bubbles. Bubbles in the 1v2. Third Prog Dog. Prog Dog does get the execute onto Munti. Getty gets the kill onto Twerkerfish. Bubbles just gonna hold this off angle here. Neferhorth takes the spray at absolutely nothing. Hawks can fly. We will get rezzed here. So it is a 1v3 for Bubbles inside this. He's got no helmet. His Electricity is taken down by Mr. Clay finally. Electricity out in 6th. As I Love Spaghetti takes down Mantis. That is Auxiliaries gone in 5th. 4 teams, 10 alive. Everyone is focused down on this western side of the zone. Bubbles takes down Hawks to flag. Does get the execute as well. Gonna just reposition. Might have heard the boys there. If he does, he takes a spray onto Construct. A couple of bullets landing. Not going to do a whole lot of damage. Riot might not be aware how many are in here. That was a beautiful shot lands onto his shoulder. Maybe only an arm shot, but it definitely does hurt. Going to bandage up. He only has the 1 first aid left. 4 seconds until this zone comes in. It does shift away, so it is going to force everyone out of the edge of El Pozo now. This is, in my opinion, Immunity's game to win. They can get everyone who tries to cross out. The nade comes out. It's actually a smoke from Nick. Gonna make that smoke trail. Try and get Cozzy and Neferhorth into a better position. They can take the bowl here. Might not have spotted Shadrock then, as Consta lands a tag onto Cozzy. The Shadrock and Consta are actually going to get across nice and early here. Beautiful play by the boys in Ravage. They are in the zone at these rocks. It's Neverhor taking some shots onto Shadrock. Puts him down to about 25 health. Tag does come back onto Nev. Puts him down to 78. It's Consta. Beautiful spray there. Takes down Cozzy. They might look to get aggressive on this. Definitely does. He's going to push up here. Nades come out. Nick 101 takes down Progdog. Spray comes out by Consta. Absolute whiff. Spaghetti takes down Nick 101. Mr. Clay steals that kill though. Beautiful headshot there. All on Neff and Cozzy here. 4 immunity. What can they do? They are just in on the edges. Consta and the boys in Ravage are getting super aggro. They're not focused on this armory barn here, which Bubbles and Spaghetti are still in. They could come in and spoil the party. The edge is just in. Spaghetti does have to make his way towards Bubbles, and Bubbles is holding that angle. So he does know that Spaghetti has to cross. Spray goes out. Bubbles takes him down. Too easy. That's right, Gaming out in 4th. Cozzy takes down Mr. Clay. Beautiful shots there by Cozzy. So nade comes over. How good is it? It's not going to hit. Cozzy spots Bubbles. Takes him down. Pops up and takes down Shadrock as well. It's all on Consta. That's exactly where Consta is. Mr. Clay does finally bleed out. They do have to make their way through Consta. Tags land by Neverhor. Puts Consta down to about 25 health. Surely Cozzy gets a little bit aggro here. Con does get the med off. Back up to 75 health. He pulls out the SKS. Consta takes down Neverhor. Pops up. Tags onto Cozzy. 19 seconds. He just needs to... Flash comes over. Consta might look to push this. Gonna think he's flashed. Oh, he needs to land some tags. Consta gonna take that high ground over. And he will take him down. Beautiful by Consta. Gets them 1v2 onto immunity. Pulls out the chicken dinner for Ravage Esports. Huge game. This is the 9 kills. 4 onto Mr. Clay, 4 onto Consta, 1 onto Shadrock. 9 kill dinner for the boys in Ravage as the boys in immunity continue their hot form. 2nd place with the 13 kills. 5 onto Cozzy, 5 onto Neff, 2 onto Nick, 1 onto Kasun. As Bubbles, the beautiful little rank tank there by... He did lose Munti. They were up there in the top, probably 6 or so with Munti, but he does get him all the way to 3rd. A beautiful... Stays alive, gets a couple of little levels for them. 4 kills in 3rd. And Spaghetti with just the 2. Progdog with the 1, so it's a 3 kill 4th for the boys in Riot. And Twerkerfish with just the 1 will round out the top 5. That will wrap up the night for us here at BrawlFest. It is the Bravo lobby, so top 4 from this lobby will move up once again to the Alpha lobby. And the bottom 4 from Alpha lobby will move down. So these teams change every week. You see Immunity, who are 100% going to be first place. They had an absolute monster of a night. Cozzy with, I think he had about 30 kills in 4 games. I might be a little bit off, but it's a rough estimate. He had 18 in the first 2, so 5 then. So he might be around 25-ish kills. So monster night by Cozzy. As I've been Galway again, still relatively new, but doing my best. Not sure when I'll be back. I believe I'm back Sunday for the Wingman. I think that's it. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Sunday more than likely for the GLL Wingman series. Catches.